from Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, it's the Pac-10 Conference Game of the Week. Tonight, the Washington Huskies come calling on the Arizona State Sun Devils. And hello, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins. A new season in the Pac-10 Conference. I got myself a new partner. You know him. Danny White played his college football here at Arizona State, went on to an illustrious career in Dallas, and now, of course, the coach of the Arizona Rattlers in the Arena League. And Danny, you live here in the Phoenix area. I mean, this is the only show in town. Look at this newspaper right here. Day of reckoning finally here. There's been a story like that in the newspaper just about every day. I mean, to say this is a big game is to make an understatement.
Yeah, every day for the last 2 weeks, Barry. The talk shows are talking about it all day long. The first time in 20 years that Arizona State University has opened the season at home in front of a sellout crowd. So it's a big night for ASU fans.
So there's got to be a case of nerves. One guy I know is not nervous, and because of his experience, number 16, the quarterback, of course, for Arizona State, one of the premier quarterbacks in America.
Well, Jake Plummer is arguably the finest quarterback in major college football this year. Most people agree he is the finest in the Pac-10. He's got all the tools, mobility, he's got a great arm, great leadership skills. He's a senior, been here for 4 years, and he's got great people around him, people that he's comfortable with.
An experienced Arizona State team, 19 starters back off of last year's teams, both offensively and defensively. So what does Washington want to do? They want to keep the offense of Arizona State off the field, and to do that, they want to run the football. Smash mouth basic in your face.
They want Rashawn Sheehy to carry the ball 20 to 25 times tonight. They want him to catch the ball out of the backfield a little bit, catch some screen passes. He only started 7 games last year for Washington, but in those 7 games, he scored more points than any Washington Husky in history.
And they want to try to create ways to get the ball in his hands. As you said, he's going to be a pass receiver tonight. We expect to see an awful lot of him, and as long as we see a lot of him, as far as Washington's concerned, we're not going to see Arizona State's defense, and that's their game plan. Well, let us meet our third member of our team, and he, of course, will be telling us everything that's going on down on the sidelines. Big game for Arizona State, big game for the fans of the Valley here, and a big game for our own Andre Aldridge. Andre?
All right, thanks a lot, Barry. I'll keep my ears and eyes on both benches tonight. You know, it's only fitting that we start our Pac-10 coverage here at Sun Devil Stadium. Super Bowl 30 was played here 7 months ago, and as we've all noticed, well, the fans here in this valley have super expectations for Bruce Snyder and his Sun Devils. This is the first of 5 consecutive home games for ASU, the first time that's ever happened, but 5 just may be Snyder's lucky number. This is his 5th year here. Now, his team he had before here, that was Cal, and during his 5th season there, he led the Golden Bears to a 10-2 record and a bowl victory. Clearly, that's the sort of success the fans here expect, but the Huskies plan on bringing some purple rain to the Sun Devil party. It should be a great game tonight. Barry?
All right, thanks very much, Andre. It is a little bit early in the season to be talking about pivotal games, and yet, Danny, I think that's what we're looking at here. Pivotal game in the first game of the season. How do you like that? We're coming back. A sellout crowd expected here tonight, in excess of 73,000. It is hot, it is humid, perhaps not quite as hot as the Sun Devils would like it. They want it to be broiling here. They figure that is to their advantage, but right now less than 90 degrees, and Danny, that is not bad weather. Bruce Snyder has faced the Washington Huskies 8 times in his career. He has beaten them just once. Jim Lambright, on the other hand, taking over this program from Don James, who is somewhere in the stadium tonight. Now has a home down here in Arizona. And you see his record, an enviable one. He's now, as he puts it, been out of jail for a couple of years, and he expects some big things. Coleman and Dillon will be the deep man. Dillon to the top of your screen, Coleman to the bottom. And Marcus Williams will kick it off for the Sun Devils. And the Pac-10 season is underway. Deep, deep kick. There'll be no return. First-time quarterback for the Washington Huskies. He wears number 15, Shane Fortney. He'll remind you a lot of another quarterback who played here and now plays in the NFL, Mark Brunell. Now, Brunell was a left-hander. Fortney is a right-hander, but just in terms of the way he moves, very quick, very mobile, and that's why he won the job over Brock Huard. They send Coleman to the far side with Pathon to the near side. Janoski up on the wing. 3 wideouts, 1 setback. Sheehy. Sheehy gets the call, gets nothing. Lost a couple. Sean Sueda on the stop. Let's take a look at the offense brought to you by Southwest, the skilled people. Sheehy, we just saw carry the ball. He is the man, if you will, for the Washington Huskies. Brett Coleman, a lot of speed. Janoski, a lot of experience. Both these teams outstanding at the receiver spots. Benji Olsen is just a sophomore, all-conference second team last year. They expect big, big things. It's the usual Husky offensive line, 300-pounders right across the board. Second down and 12. Cam Kissel goes in motion, and Fortney will put it out for the first time. Looks deep for Coleman, missed everybody.
This is exactly, Barry, what Arizona State University and Bruce Snyder hoped would happen by starting the game on defense. Actually won the toss, elected to play defense first, and they're getting the momentum right now.
Let's take a look at the defense brought to you by Southwest. Derek Rogers, a key player. New player, came out of the JC ranks. We'll tell you more about him. Very quick, good, instinctive football player. Scott Van Der Ahe, rather, leads the linebacking core. Mitchell Friedman, they call him Fright Night because of the way he sticks people, is the secondary leader. Third down and 12. Janoski in motion. Heward out of the backfield to Sheehy. At the 20, at the 25-yard line, he'll be short of the first down, and the Huskies will have to give it up as Mitchell Friedman runs him out.
3 and out for the Huskies, Barry, and this is exactly, again, what Bruce Snyder hoped would happen. Good pressure. First down for the Huskies is going to be a key all night. How much yardage they gain on first and second down, and if they can stay out of a passing situation, they'll have a chance.
J.R. Redmond will be the deep man to receive the punt of Jeff Prince. Huskies just decided on Prince this past week as their punter. He's the incumbent, however. And a twisting kick headed for Redmond, who can scoot at the 33. Redmond eludes the first man, but not the second. 41-yard punt and a 1-yard return. Ikake Malloy making the tackle. Jake Plummer, of course, the senior quarterback, All-American candidate, and if it weren't for that guy at Tennessee, more people would be talking about this guy. Take a look at the offense brought to you by Southwest. Keith Poole, one of the key receivers, but I'll tell you what, they got a bunch of good receivers, and look for them to be used a lot. 2 redshirt freshman cornerbacks playing for the Washington Huskies, and I think they'll go quickly to test them. Plummer straight back on first down. Out of the backfield this time for Martin. Martin with room. Good block. 45, first down at the 48-yard line. 14-yard gain on the first snap.
Nice block by Keith Poole. And here's Keith Poole. And here's what Keith Poole does for you. He does a great job of playing the game of football. And every play, whether he's catching the ball, whether he's blocking for somebody else, Keith Poole is an all-around receiver.
Started to be something that coaches expect of wideouts, and that is the ability to block downfield. Slot left on first down. Quick toss, and the grab made this time by Spann. Craig Spann, JC transfer from Phoenix College, and they're very high on him too. Let's take a look at the defense. David Ritchie, the key on the down line. The down line and the linebackers are what drive the Washington defense. Ink Aliaga, most experienced, and he will show up in a whole lot of places too. Secondary is not experienced. Tony Parrish moves over from rover to free safety, and the 2 redshirt freshman cornerbacks, Miller and Smith, will get a severe test. Second and 3. Plummer straight up again, straight back again. Throws underneath, intended for Polk, and it's incomplete. Well, the new rule in college football this year, there are no ties, and that's exactly what is happening in the Iowa State-Wyoming game. Iowa State 38, Wyoming 38. Less than 1 minute to play.
It's a great new rule, Barry, for overtime games this year. It's going to add a lot of excitement to the game.
I agree with you. They had a lot of stats, too. Slot right to give this time is to Martin, and Martin will have the first down and more to the 37-yard line of the Dogs. Parrish and Roberts make the stop, a gain of 7.
running behind their big All-American Juan Roque. Here you see Roque at the right tackle, tying up the defensive end. Of course, Martin, nice bounce to the outside.
Well, I tell you, I was in an elevator with Roque yesterday, and he filled it. He's a big lad. First down at the 37-yard line. Play fake. Plummer rolling right. Throws incomplete. Plummer could have run forever. Threw for this tight end, Steve Bush, who was wide open, and just threw it a little too tall.
There you see Jake's mobility a little bit, getting out of the pocket. Just threw the ball a little bit high to Bush. It's going to happen early in the game.
Yeah,
He's going to settle down.
Got to be a case of nerves.
Oh, yeah. Right. He'll settle down. He'll be fine.
We expect at some point Sun Devils to use a hurry-up offense also. They want to take advantage of the heat. They feel that it is their ally here. Second down and 10.
3 wide receivers and 1 back. Passing formation there.
With time, little drag pattern for Spann. It'll be a gain of about 2 yards on the play. Fiala and Jensen, the 2 linebackers, 2 experienced linebackers for Washington, make the stop. They're very experienced right across the linebacking core. Chorak, Aliaga, Fiala, and Jensen, all outstanding.
Big play coming up here, Barry, for the Washington defense. They want to get ASU's offense off the field. They don't want to get behind this team early.
Significantly, Plummer's had a lot of time to throw. Huskies not getting much of a push early in the ballgame. Huskies only show a 4-man front here. Play fake and back to pass. Plummer steps up, throws underneath, wide open this time is Martin. Martin will get it to the 1. Touchdown! Touchdown, Sun Devils! On the touchdown pass, and wide open Michael Martin. A blown coverage.
Obviously a blown coverage, Barry. One of the linebackers lost Michael Martin coming out of the backfield. Great vision by Jake Plummer. This is one of the things that he brings to the table with his experience, his ability to know where everybody is. Obviously went to the right guy that time.
Well, Bruce Snyder couldn't have drawn that up any better. Needs to try the extra point. Up and good, and that was just an outstanding drive. Here's the touchdown play as we go away. Martin sneaking in front of everybody, an easy 6. Sun Devils 7-0. We'll be back.
Only one. You're finally this tall. Suddenly you had the freedom to go places you never could before. The sky was the limit, but it was always more fun to go there with a friend. That's why Southwest Airlines brought back Friends Fly Free. Just buy a ticket at our full unrestricted fare, and a friend flies with you free.
Want to go again?
Southwest Airlines.
Steve Young for Power Bar.
If you wanted to create a source of energy that was as healthy, nutritious, and low in fat as this Power Bar energy bar, here's what you'd have to do. Start with real fruit and other natural sweeteners. Add grains for complex carbs. Put in a whole bunch of important vitamins and minerals, and top it off with a splash of protein. Then you have the energy top athletes and active people rely on to perform at their best. Personally, I think you'd be better off buying a Power Bar.
You gotta get dirty. You know, if you go through life just sticking to the roads, and if you're designed to be off-road, then use it. Getting dirty's tons of the fun. I think it's a mental cleansing, if you will, cleaning your insides while dirtying your outsides. And that's what Chevron with Techron's all about. It helps keep my engine clean and emissions low.
No gasoline cleans your engine better than Chevron with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
Man, what a rush.
Pac-10 Conference football is brought to you tonight by Power Bar, fuel for optimum performance. And by Southwest Airlines, with low fares on every flight, every seat, every day. Rashawn Sheehy, a guy who we expect to be very active tonight so far, has not been very productive. Sun Devils get it back for the second time. They start at their own 31-yard line. Single setback. Here's Martin. This is Martin. Left side, nothing doing. Jerry Jensen makes the stop. Well, we talked about the fact earlier that Arizona State likes to script their first, actually 20 plays, but they said 8 of the first 10 would be pass plays. Now, that was their 8th play right there, and I believe, if memory serves, that was their 3rd run.
Right, they like to be able to practice those first 2 series or 3 series over and over and over again. A lot of teams are doing that now. Washington will script a certain number of their plays as well.
This time Arizona State does go to the hurry up. No huddle here. Slot left. 3 wide out. Single setback. Plummer with time. Throws a swing out of the backfield. Redmond, or rather Martin. And Martin gets it across the 35 to the 37. Be a gain of about 6. Fiala and Jermaine Smith make the stop. 73,000 and change on hand at Sun Devil Stadium tonight. First sellout here in a long time, isn't it, Danny?
Yeah, it is the first sellout in 20 years for the home opener. A lot of people are excited about this Sun Devil team this year.
It is officially a sellout. 3rd down and 4 now for the Devils. They go with a slot right, the offset eye with Pope, the fullback. Plummer rolls right, steps away from trouble, comebacker, and it's caught beautifully by Lindsey Jackson. Lindsey Jackson doing exactly what every quarterback wants his wideout to do.
Coming back to the ball, exactly. And you know, Jake mentioned that Lindsey Jackson is fast becoming a kid that he is very, very comfortable with throwing the ball to. And here you see him looking for Lindsey all the way. Lindsey comes back, makes the play for a first down.
You know, I think you were talking yesterday about what good feet Jake Plummer has, and he really showed it right there too. He had a man right at his ankles. Give this time to Martin, and Martin will get to midfield again, about 3 yards. Back to Iaya. The nose tackle makes the stop. And again, they go without a huddle. 2nd down and 7. Single setback, slot left. Span in the slot. Straight back Plummer. Throws out of the backfield for Martin. He's got room. Midfield. 45, 40. Down to the 39. First down Devils. Fiala on the stop. This is surgery so far.
Yeah, this is a designed quick screen to the running back. See the guard, the lineman gets out in front, waits for the play to develop, and then runs upfield and gets a block. Here you can see Jake looking immediately, taking a quick read, looking immediately out to Martin, his tailback, and there you see the block by the right guard.
Gain of 13 and a first down. Martin now 3 catches for 58 yards. Ball short of the 37-yard line of the Dogs. Single setback Martin. Play fake, Plummer to throw. Looking deep. Throws for Span and throws out of bounds. I beg your pardon, it was Poole, the intended receiver, not Span.
This is the same play that they scored on earlier, Barry. They're faking the draw to Martin. Martin goes up the middle, slants across the field. That time the linebackers for Washington picked him up.
Isaiah Mustafa comes into the ball game now. 2nd down and 10.
Isaiah Mustafa is a kid who's had a great camp, and they expect a lot of great things from him this year.
He's got some blonde hair under that helmet now. His teammates have been calling him RuPaul. Slot left on 2nd and 10 with Mustafa in the slot. And to give to Martin. And Martin got about 6 down to the 31-yard line. Incaliaga makes the tackle. Just a simple trap, and even that's getting yardage.
Gain of 6 yards going right up the middle of the Washington defense on 2nd and long.
Well, right now, Sun Devils have the Huskies on their heels, to be sure.
Well, they're controlling the line of scrimmage. They're not getting any pressure on Jake, and they're able to run the ball and gain positive yardage when they do.
Slot left again on 3rd down. A little less than 5. Short drop this time for Plummer. Airs it out from Mustafa. Can't hang on at the 3-yard line. Jermaine Smith, he's one of the redshirt freshmen, doing a pretty good job that time on Mustafa.
Isaiah Mustafa's got to get up and make that play. He can reach right over the touch. It's a well thrown ball. Here the ball comes down right over his inside shoulder. Get up over the top and make the play.
Might have made a case for the fact that Mustafa pushed off, too.
He waited for the ball just a little bit. Good defense, though, by the freshman cornerback.
49-yard field goal try now for Nice. And he's got enough leg. That's going to have to hurry. And it does not get there, and it's off to the left. So Devils come up empty. Huskies dodge a bullet, and it remains a 7-0 ball game. Now we'll see what kind of adjustments the Huskies make offensively. They have tried to do what they said, and that is get the ball in the hands of Sheehy and keep.
And I think everybody knows it too.
Yeah, I do too.
I think the Arizona State defense knows exactly what they're going to try to do.
Well, here's what Bruce Snyder has done. His first 4 years at California, 19 and 22. Then he was 10 and 2. Took his team to the Citrus Bowl, where they won. Play fake this time. Courtney rolling out. He can run, and he will. First man misses him. He gets to the 38-yard line. That's going to be a gain of almost 8 yards. Derek Rogers makes the tackle. Well, we talked to Bruce Snyder about what he felt to be the keys of the game. And he said, number one, protect Jake Plummer, which they have done. Number two, stop the Washington running attack, which they have done. And number three, he said our special teams have to be better than their special teams. So far, that's about a standoff. Trips left this time. And it gave us to Sheehy, and Sheehy is jammed at the line of scrimmage on an excellent defensive play by Damian Richardson.
Damian Richardson is a quality, strong safety. He came up and filled that hole like a linebacker that time. That's exactly what they expect out of their strong safeties in the Arizona State defense.
It's interesting to me, Danny, that trips left set, or trips either side, is as often a running set as it is a passing set.
Yeah, it really is. They're trying to get the defense to overload to that side, and they're going to run back to the weak side, and that's why the strong safety is so important in that set.
Third down and short now, and they give us to the fullback Reed, and he's got the first down at the 43-yard line. Derek Rogers makes the stop, but Mike Reed gets enough for the first.
Derek Rogers is a big key in this game tonight. Interesting story out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Sure is. The guy didn't play any high school football.
He's in the marching band and the concert band in high school, and he's a kid that they really think highly of here at Arizona State.
Also weighed 170 pounds coming out of high school. Then he went to the Air Force as a medical technician in the Air Force, and he's thinking about a career in medicine now that he's here in college. He's 25 years old. Here's a give to Sheehy once again, and Sheehy again stopped by the first man to him, only this time the first man to him didn't get there until Sheehy was about 5 yards down the field. Here's another look at Derek Rogers. When he came out of Riverside, he was offered scholarships by 40 different schools. Never played football.
Somebody saw something in him, didn't they?
Well, and even though this is his first collegiate game, he's no secret. Washington coaches said, we always have to identify where Rogers is. Second down, a long 5. Straight back, Courtney to throw. Throws for Sheehy. And that was going to be a quick screen, and it went absolutely nowhere. Derek Rogers again in the middle of that. He's got a great nose for the ball. We want to welcome the viewers who have been watching the Wyoming-Iowa State game. Wyoming a winner in overtime.
John Warwick has lived in Snohomish County
and it's going to be down at the 3-yard line. You don't do it any better than that. 47 yards and dead at the 3-yard line. We'll take a break. 7-0. The Sun Devils over the Huskies, and we're coming back. About 41-38, an overtime game. Wyoming defeating Iowa State. Good win for the Cowboys. More scores out of the Pac-10. USC easy over Illinois. Illinois scored first in that game, and then 55 unanswered. Arizona coughed it up 6 times, and that cost them a 1-point game at Iowa. Oregon struggled a little bit with Nevada, comes back and wins 44-30. Montana led 21-0 at the half, defeats Oregon State. Good win for Montana. California 45-25, and the Bears' first game for Steve Mariucci over San Jose State. Washington State came from behind to beat Temple 38-34. Nebraska big over Michigan State 55-14. So the Sun Devils start at their own 3-yard line out of the I formation. 2 tight ends, single wideout. And the give this time is to Martin, and Martin, with a nifty piece of running, gets up to about the 8-yard line behind the blocking of Gray Rugemer.
Yeah, nice opening again over the right side, right over Gray Rugemer. They seem to be favoring the right side in the running game so far tonight, Barry.
It's interesting because their big guy, Roque, plays on the left side. Slot left this time, 2nd down and 5, and they give to Martin again, and Martin once more getting good yardage. He's got a 1st down at the 15-yard line. Yeah, Martin gets to the hole in a big hurry too, doesn't he, Danny?
Once again, here you go. These guys right here, right up front, the center and the 2 guards, controlling the line of scrimmage, creating a lot of softness for the tailback.
Slot left once more on 1st down. Ball just across the 15-yard line. And they might get a freebie here. Might have been Mac Tuiaia.
Offsides. Defense.
That's another sign of an experienced
5-yard
team.
penalty. Still 1st down.
Quarterback can really make a difference, Barry, and doing little things like using the snap count. That'll do more to slow down the pass rush than anything else they can do.
It's time to give to Martin once more, and Martin trips as he gets to the 24-yard line. Still picked up about 4 yards running behind Kirk Robertson that time. They're just getting tripped over Kirk Robertson, I should say. They're getting great blocking up front.
Yeah, they really are surging up front well. The timing is crisp. This is a mark of a veteran team with a veteran quarterback.
You know, speaking of veteran quarterback, Bruce Snyder was telling us a story, and I have to make this rather quick. I'll probably finish it after this play. In fact, I will tell you after this play. We'll do this, and then I'll tell you a story. Slot right, offset I. 2nd down, about 2. And we give to Martin again, and I don't think he got there. He got about a yard. Washington, in past years, had used the word move when they wanted the defense to move. Inc Aliaga would line up, and then he'd say move, and they'd shift in the defense. Well, Bruce Snyder got wind of that and knew it from previous years playing Washington. And so he had Jake Plummer come to the line of scrimmage in last year's game and say, move, and the Washington defense would jump. I trust this.
That usually happens with the defensive linebackers are usually the ones doing stuff like that. They're the sneaky ones.
Short yardage, give to the fullback, and he's going to be close. I don't know.
I think he's a little short, Barry. Big play for the Washington defense.
Jerry Jensen was the man who made the play. And they're going to measure, but I think he's quite short. It's going to be the last play of the 1st quarter, and I believe he is going to be short of that. So we played 1 with the Arizona State Sun Devils leading the Washington Huskies 7-0. We'll be back right after this. Football, Bruce Snyder, and his success speaks for itself. Lance Anderson Anderson will come on and do the punting for the Sun Devils. Janoski will be the deep man for the Huskies. This is Janoski at the 34. He's got some room. Look out. Midfield, one man to beat. And he beat him at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown. 43-yard punt, 66-yard return by the senior Dave Janoski. And how quickly things change.
A little bit of a low punt. You see the coverage isn't quite down there, and good blocking by the Washington punt return team. Well, we knew going into tonight's game that Dave Janoski was going to have an impact, and he certainly has already.
Well, they got a new special teams coach, Al Roberts. They say they lost 3 games last year on special teams. Wales the extra point. It is up and good. So they hired Al Roberts, whose son, incidentally, is a starting defensive back, Kyle Roberts. They say he's made a big difference, and you talked about the blocking. The difference showed right here.
Good, smart running, good vision of the field. I thought he should have gone left there instead of right, but that's why I was never a punt returner. Here's again. Lance Anderson is a good punter. He really gets the ball out of there quickly. That one just didn't have quite the hang time he would like to have had on it.
And
big play.
Yep.
Big.
And Janoski's one of those guys who makes big plays. Now here's a case where the Sun Devils have dominated this game, and it's 7-7.
Yep. Well, it was one of Bruce Snyder's 3 biggest concerns. Protecting Jake, stopping the run, and then the kicking game. And so far, Washington has created the advantage in the kicking game. ASU has dominated, moving the ball up and down the field. The only statistic that matters, though, and that's the one on the scoreboard.
And there's nothing to choose in that one. 7-7.
It's interesting that Jim Lambright mentioned yesterday that he wasn't sure what kind of defense ASU was going to play tonight. It was one of his big concerns, because at the end of the season last year, ASU's defense was still evolving. They were still changing, and he wasn't real sure what to expect going into tonight. Maybe he's got a better feel for it now.
Well, Sauer in battle will be the deep man to return this kick for the Sun Devils. And it's a short kick. It's going to be handled by Battle at the 8-yard line. The 15 to 20. The 25 to 30. To the 35-yard line. Good return by Battle. 27 yards on the return. Gerald Harris made the stop for the Huskies on special teams. First quarter notes, 65-yard touchdown drive on the first possession for the Sun Devils. And Washington didn't move the football at all. 3 possessions, 3 punts. Plummer, you see his numbers, 6 of 10, including a touchdown and a total yards, dominant for Arizona State. But what do you know? We've played 22 seconds here in the second quarter, and the score is tied thanks to the 66-yard return by Dave Janoski.
And of those 108 yards, Barry, Michael Martin has accounted for 100 of them.
Martin remains the single setback, 3 wideouts on first down. They mark it at the 35-yard line. Plummer straight back to pass. Blitz comes, screen, almost intercepted. And had he have been able to make that pick, it would have been absolutely brilliant by Jason Chorak. And that seemed to be the right call at the right time, too.
Well, it looked like the rush was coming hard. It looked like he was getting pressure, which you hope happens on a screen pass.
We got a flag down.
I'm not sure what happened to the receiver there.
Sportsmanlike conduct.
So far, a relatively penalty-free game by both teams, which is impressive for the first night out.
It's possible in this case the ball hit a lineman. We'll see.
Well, I thought it hit Juan Roque right in the back.
Before the ball touched an ineligible receiver, it's also lost a down. Second down, 15.
So a costly penalty here. That's the first time the Huskies have really come at Jake Plummer, and they had the right play called, it seemed.
Need to check Jake's eyes. If he thought Juan Roque was his tailback.
Second and 15 now, slot left. And on the option, Plummer is nailed as he gets the 29-yard line by Jerry Jensen. Let's go to the sidelines for the first time tonight, and Andre Aldridge. Andre?
All right, thanks a lot, Barrett. You know, it's amazing what a touchdown will do for your ball club. The Washington Huskies brought the cool zone down from the Pacific Northwest with them because it's so hot down here on the field. Now, this is where all the players were hanging out, but after the Janoski touchdown, there's nobody here on the bench. It's all right to be out there in the heat because these things aren't on the Sun Devils sideline. And right now, this team is just feeling good about tying up the ball game. So I'll stay down here, Barry, and I'll be cool.
You are cool. 29-yard line, third down, and 16. Slot left. Plummer to put it up with time. Underneath this time for Martin. Can't hang on at the 30-yard line, and the Sun Devils will have to give it up.
Well, a good safe call right here, and a lot of time. Plummer seemed to have pretty good protection. I'm not sure if that's a play that's going to get you 16 yards, even if he catches it.
So Anderson will come on and do the punting, and once again, Dave Janoski will be the deep man, standing right at about the same place he was standing the last time when he took it back 66. Well, they say 68 officially. High snap. They're coming after it. Anderson's going to run. He's got some room. Tripped up as he crossed the 35-yard line, and the Huskies had all kinds of flags all over the place here. Now we got to see what the penalty is all about. I think this could be against the Huskies, and if it is, it's going to be a first down. And if it is, it would be a huge break for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, that can be a momentum changer if it's against the Huskies and ASU ends up getting a first down out of this.
Dead ball foul. Personal foul by the receiving team. Number 17.
Called it against Brock Heward.
Since ASU did not make a first down, it's Washington's ball after a 15-yard penalty, first and 10.
So because of the dead ball violation, the Huskies will have the football. High snap, and they were coming after him anyway. Now at this point, it looked like he was going to have some room.
Boy, that's a
Courtney Jackson, big time play.
Yeah, it's a huge play.
It wasn't Courtney Jackson, I beg your pardon. It was
Following the assessment of the penalty, Huskies first and 10 at the 50.
That was Todd Johnson.
Right?
Yeah, Todd Johnson. Big play.
Well, the Huskies nonetheless will have it in very good field position at midfield. The tenor of this game has switched in a big hurry. Crowd trying to get involved. Huskies want to keep the crowd out of it. They give to Sheehy. Sheehy steps outside, got a little room. Runs over a man as he gets close to the first down. Gain of 10.
Okay. Nice job here by the outside receivers of the Washington offense. Watch these guys come down and get blocks on the inside against the linebackers of Arizona State. Yeah, nice block right there. Nice job.
Fred Coleman, Dave Janoski.
Number 22, Fred Coleman made a great block on that play.
Corey Dillon in the ball game now at a running back spot, and he could scoot also. Ball just across the 40. And to give us the Dillon, flags down. We'll see who this is against. Fumble, and Sun Devils might have had it, but now let's see about the penalty.
Yeah, that's gonna be encroachment against the Sun Devils. Sean Sueda looked like jumped into the neutral zone. This was a free play for Washington.
Sun Devils get the football, but now we have to see about the flag. And I'm quite sure that it will go against the Sun Devils.
Yeah, I mean, this is a heads-up move by Shane Fortney. He got the whole ASU defensive line to jump offsides.
Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Boy, everybody came. Well, Shane Fortney not playing like a quarterback who has not been out there before.
Yeah, that's a free play situation. If there's not contact made by the defensive line, the penalty is not called until after the play is over. 1st and 5.
Dillon remains the running back, and it got him again. And Dillon will have a first down, but I'm not sure if they'll take the play or the flag. Exactly the same situation. He's got to be doing something with that count.
Yeah, it looked like Aubrey Battle that time was the guilty ASU defensive lineman. And like I said earlier, this will do more to slow down that pass rush than anything else they can do. They're going to have to start thinking a little bit more about the snap count and not anticipating it quite so much.
Result of the play was short of the first down. The defense, however, was offsides. Results in a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 10.
Here it is again. Well, Washington certainly has it going their way right now. The Arizona State offense is sitting over on the bench exactly where Washington wants it.
Slot right this time with Janoski in the slot. Straight back, short drop. Fortney will throw. Throws for Janoski. Diving attempt, and he can't hang on. Rogers putting a push on Fortney that time.
Yeah, good pressure. Now you can see all he needed was just a little bit more time, and Janoski was going to come out into the flat open. But because of the pressure, he had to throw the ball just a little bit before he wanted to.
Second down and 10 now for the Huskies. This time they've been Dillon in motion. Bare backfield now. Short drop. Fortney throws. Caught by Dillon. Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It'll be a yard short of the first down.
Just a well-designed play here. You can see the shift by the back out of the backfield. And the quarterback just simply scans the defense and looks for the one-on-one coverage. And that time it looked like he had Corey Dillon matched up against a linebacker as a wideout.
3rd down and a yard now. They go out of the I formation with Reed the fullback, Dillon the tailback, Janoski the lone wideout. And they give us to Reed, and a flag is down. Reed did not get there, but now let's see about the flag. Motion.
Yeah.
So it'll either be 4th down and a yard, or it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Interesting decision here by the ASU coaching staff.
Snyder, deep discussion. They're going to refuse the penalty.
Refuse it. They're going to make them kick the field goal.
Illegal motion on the offense. Number 11 declined. 4th down.
Yeah, I think this is a good decision. They want to get the ball back in the hands of their offense. Arizona State does. And this is the quickest way to do it.
And field goal kicking has been something of an adventure for the Huskies. 37-yard try. This does not fall into the category of gimme.
Arizona State with 11 men on the line of scrimmage.
Kick is on its way, and it is no good. Off to the left. So there's no second guessing. 12:25 remaining second quarter. Look at the scoreboard. Shows the Sun Devils 7 and the Huskies 7. And we're coming back.
This is a story.
Tonight's Randy Sprague tell you everything that happened on his first big weekend of college football, 1996. That's 12 minutes and 25 seconds on the play clock.
Did you hear the roar from the fans when they put the Arizona score up on the board?
Always, always. They're truly hated here, aren't they?
They really are. Well, it's a big, big series now for Arizona State's offense. They made the right decision on fourth on the penalty. Make them kick the field goal. We got ASU's offense back on the field. Big series right here coming up.
Terry Battle is now the running back for the Sun Devils. Slot left this time. Plummer gives to Battle. Battle tripped up after he crossed the 20-yard line. Might have gotten to 22. Gained a couple. Kaika Malloy on the tackle.
Waimanalo, Hawaii.
Very good.
Maya High School.
Very good. They have 4 Hawaiian players on the Washington Huskies. They've historically gotten players out of the Hawaiian Islands.
I can speak Hawaiian.
Straight back to pass goes Plummer. Throws incomplete. Intended for Devin Kendall, the tight end. Plummer's now missed 4 in a row.
Timing's just a little bit off, and you credit the Washington defense for that. They've been mixing things up, coming after him from different directions. A couple of little short passes. Now it's 3rd and 8. They got to put the ball down the field.
Slot right this time. 3 wide out. Single setback. In motion this time comes Boyer. And whistles blow, and I believe maybe the 25-second clock ran out. We'll see.
Well, that flag was thrown by one of the linesmen. That usually does not indicate a delay of game. Might have been
before the
movement.
snap. Ball starts. Offense. Number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
And all of a sudden, a couple of little errors creeping into the Sun Devils game. Juan Roque jumped offside.
Yeah, and by guys that are veteran players that you really wouldn't expect to be making mistakes. Definite passing situation now for the Sun Devils.
Slot left this time. Battle alone setback. 3rd and 13. Rush comes out of the backfield. It's Battle, and Battle isn't going to get much. Got to the 20-yard line, but he's going to be about 11 yards short of the first down. John Fiala on the stop, and once again the Sun Devils come up empty and will give it back to the Huskies.
Yeah, Barry, once again, this is a play that I'm not sure is really a play that's going to get you the 13 or 14 yards they needed for the first down. With the receivers that Arizona State's got, with Poole and Lindsey Jackson, those guys, that's a ball I would think that you would want to throw down the field and try to get the first down.
So Anderson to punt it away. Interesting set for Arizona. State, that is. Janoski, fair catch, and he'll let it go, and it takes Sun Devil bounce. And I'll tell you what, it's a darn good thing for the Sun Devils. Janoski wasn't able to field that on the run because he had an open field.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was anybody over there on the right side.
48-yard punt by Anderson. A few more scores. Nebraska, number 1 in the country, showed exactly why. 55-14, Florida State, 3 in the country, and they showed why. 44-37 over Duke. Florida, easy over Division I AA Georgia Southern. Penn State, winner over SC last week, winner over Louisville today, 24-7. Texas, big over New Mexico State. Kind of like the line of the New Mexico State coach. We'll tell you about it in a minute. Ohio State 70-7 over Rice. Huskies start at the 32-yard line. Single setback. Play fake. Fortney rolling to his left. This is run all the way, and he isn't going to get much. got to about the 34-yard line, a gain of about 2 yards. Pat Tillman wasn't going to let him get outside.
Yeah, this is a good decision by Fortney not to try to throw that ball. He's going to his left. And there's a temptation because of the defense that ASU plays. Pat Tillman does a nice job stretching it out. Temptation to try to throw that ball, but he's not going to have anything to do with that. Really not a real successful play, but a good decision by the young quarterback.
What that quote from the New Mexico State coach was, he said, playing at Texas, he said, somebody asked him what his chances were, and he said, about as good as my getting a date with Sharon Stone. He said, but if I was in Hollywood, I might try to get a date with Sharon Stone, and I'm in Texas, I may as well try to beat him. Fortney this time with a pitch to Dillon, and it's well defended. That's perfect defense, stringing it out.
No, this is just not a, again, a play that's run into the strength of the ASU defense. You can see the great movement by the linebacker, and you'll also see Mitchell Friedman, the free safety, coming up and making a great play on the option.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10 as both offenses have bogged down here. Huskies has never really gotten on track. Pathon comes to the near side. They bring Janoski on the wing and Coleman to the far side. Dillon, the lone setback behind Fortney. Fortney straight back this time. In trouble. Now he's going to roll away from trouble. Comes back, and it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cameron Cleland, his tight end, and we go to the sidelines and Andre Aldridge. Andre?
All right, Barry, thanks. Now, what the Sun Devils are going to do when they get the ball, because the offense hasn't been getting it going here, their offensive coordinator told them, guys, we just need to get into a groove right now. They had all the confidence after they scored early, but right now they think that those freshman cornerbacks have gotten into a comfort level. Watch for them to go after the young cornerbacks for Washington. Barry?
All right, thanks, Andre, and that's part of the game plan, part of the idea, and of course everybody knew that. Randy Hart, when we talked to him, said, he's the defensive coordinator of the Huskies, said we can't hang out our corners. We'd love to just put our ears back and come after Plummer, but we can't.
At the same time, too, Barry, they mentioned that they feel like they're both better players than what they've had in the past. They just haven't played.
Jeff Prince will punt it away to J.R. Redmond. It's almost blocked, and we got a roughing the kicker call. It's going to be another penalty against Arizona State, and Redmond's going to get it back to the 33-yard line, but it's not going to matter. Now the question here is, was it running into the kicker or was it roughing the kicker?
Yeah, difference in a 5-yard penalty and a 15-yard penalty.
Courtney Jackson was the guilty party. I think that might be the big one.
Yeah.
15-yard penalty.
Yes, it is.
Roughing the kicker. Defense, number 23.
Sun Devils starting to get into a self-destruct mode here, Danny.
Yeah, they are. And these, if this was a tennis match, you'd call these unforced errors. They're not making Washington earn it. The punt return for the touchdown. Now the big penalty to give them a first down in good field position. The ASU defense has got to start making some plays, and they've got to just execute and not beat themselves.
5th penalty of the ball game for the Sun Devils. Good field position once again for the Huskies. Sheehy and Reed in the I formation behind Fortney. Slot left with Coleman in the slot on first down. They give it to Sheehy, and Sheehy got about 2 to midfield. They've done a good job defending Sheehy so far. Dave Baumgartner that time on the tackle. Tell you how the game has been dominated pretty much by the Sun Devils. As you look at Sheehy's numbers, the Husky offense has 2 first downs so far, Danny.
Yeah, if you looked at those numbers for Rashawn Sheehy, you'd certainly think that, at this point in the game, ASU would be up with a big lead.
2nd down and 8. Sheehy in motion out of the backfield this time. Fortney on a quick hitch to Coleman. He's got room midfield, 45-40, down to the 36-yard line. Biggest offensive play of the day. 15 yards on that one. Marcus Sauer makes the tackle.
Now here you see Jason Simmons looking at the blocker rather than looking at the ball carrier on this quick screen. He's got an easy tackle on this ball carrier if he goes after the ball rather than going after the blocker.
That's exactly what happened. You heard it here first, folks. Janoski comes in the slot this time. Gerald Harris in the ball game for the first time to the far side. First down at the 36-yard line. Fortney gives to Sheehy, and he just missed that cut. He slipped a little bit, or he might have had a little bit more than he did get. As it is, he got 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, a lot of softness now all of a sudden in the ASU defensive line. You get the feeling, Barry, that Washington is really starting to get pretty comfortable in this game.
Starting to push Sun Devils back off the ball, too. Sheehy leaves, and Dillon comes back. Pathon this time to the far side. Janoski in the slot, and Harris to the near side with Dillon the lone setback. 2nd down and 5. Dillon to the 25-yard line, inside the 25. He's got a first down. Bondurahi and Friedman make the stop, but not before Corey Dillon gives the Huskies another first down.
Yeah, again, great push off the ball by the Washington front.
1st and 10 at the 25.
And here are the pushers: Coates, Sapp, Kreutz, Olsen, and Sobey. And they're big.
Average over 300 pounds, Barry. That is a load for a college offensive line.
Size could be starting to make a difference in this ball game. First down inside the 25. Dillon again. And Dillon got about 4. And you talked about first down yardage, and 4 yards is not bad.
Well, and that's what's happening now is Washington is running the ball on first down, gaining 3, 4, 5 yards, ending up with a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, and keeping themselves in a running situation, meaning that the ASU defense has got to respect the run. They can't just drop back in their zones. They can't bring their linebackers on the blitz. And that's been the key to this drive so far.
7-7 ball game, 6:45 remaining, first half. This time they're going to read the fullback up on the wing. And Fortney rolls out, and he can run at the 20, at the 15, first down, out of bounds at the 13-yard line, and a flag for a late hit. And that's going to be half the distance. Jason Simmons was the guy who made the unnecessary contact out of bounds. And another costly penalty.
Now, I'm really impressed with Shane Fortney's presence of mind. Here, again, he could try to force that ball into the coverage, but instead he keeps it, gets the first down, and gets out of bounds, and gets his team a big penalty in the meantime. Here you see the late hit coming in. He's clearly out of bounds.
Number 13.
Mitchell Friedman.
Half the distance to the goal line. 1st and goal.
He is a hitter. I tell you, he is a heat-seeking missile.
I'm sure Bruce Snyder now is saying better to seek it, though, inside that big, wide white line. Ball at the 6-yard line. Huskies moving. 6:27 remaining first half. Tie ball game. Trying to get outside at the 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Huskies. And he just outran the defense.
Yeah, again, Brady, you see the long count by Fortney. Looking for someone to jump offside and get the ball half the distance to the goal line. They don't get it. They run the play. And there, of course, you saw Sheehy's speed outside.
And the Huskies have taken a lead, and what they have also done is taken this crowd right out of the ball game. An impressive drive. Now, they said they were going to try to protect Fortney, not have him do too much. They have been able to execute their game plan to near perfection here in the 2nd quarter. Wales try for point is up and good, and a look at the scoreboard with 6:19 remaining to be played in a half shows the Huskies 14 and the Sun Devils 7. We'll be back. The touchdown. Let's take another look at this from low angle, Danny.
You may see Mitchell Friedman here get caught up inside, and then he bounces it out. So there he is, 13. Gets caught inside, and all he can do is watch.
She just out muscles Soward into the end zone. Marlon Farlow and Terry Battle will be the deep men now to receive this kick from Jeff Prince. Another short kick, end over end. It was Wales who kicked off. This is going to be Battle at the 6. Bounces off a man at the 25. Gets to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made by Lester Towns on special teams for the Huskies.
Lester Towns.
And we have an injured Sun Devil. Well, the Huskies really have kind of taken over and are dictating this game right at the moment.
Well, that was an excellent offensive series for the Huskies, and you got to credit Shane Fortney, the quarterback. Great game management, using the snap count, protecting the ball, not throwing it into tough situations. He did a nice job executing the offense on that series.
Mike Morales is the injured player, transfer from Pacific. Let's see what happens. Down at the bottom of the screen. Can't quite tell that. Mike was an interesting story. He transferred here from Pacific. He was a 5'11" tight end at Pacific. He will go back to Pacific and get his degree, and still gets a chance to play Pac-10 Conference football.
Really look for the Sun Devils now to get the short passing game going. Try to start using those talented wide receivers a little bit more and get them the ball.
Slot left, 3 wideouts. Battle alone set back. Plummer goes up on first down, throws to the tight end Bush, and Bush will have a first down at the 42-yard line. Ink Aliaga on the stop.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing they need to do. They need to get the ball into the short zones, let Jake get his rhythm a little bit, get a feel for the passing game, a feel for the defense, feel for the rush. They just really haven't gotten into a rhythm yet in this ball game.
Gain of 14 on first down. It'll be at the 42-yard line. This time Keith Poole comes to the near side and Jackson to the far side. In the I formation with Polk, the fullback, and Battle, the tailback. Play fake. Plummer going for it all. Poole's out in front. Plummer overthrows it.
Big pressure that time on Plummer by Ink Aliaga.
ASU would like to thank Pizza Hut for their generous support of Spirit Night.
Plummer gets a little bit more time. That's a touchdown.
Well, Keith Poole, who was the leading receiver last year, has not caught a ball in this game. He's only had a couple thrown to him.
The cornerbacks for Washington are up, they're back, they're inside, they're head up. They're really moving around and just keeping ASU guessing.
Give this time to Battle. Battle's got some room. Head up down to the 48-yard line, close to another first down. Lester Towns made the stop. And Battle, that time, obviously knew where the down markers were, knew where he had to get, because he cut it right back upfield at the right time.
Yeah, real nice job by the ASU center, Kirk Robertson, getting an angle, turning his rear end of the hole and sealing off the defensive line of the Washington Huskies.
Look at a measurement. It might be a little short of the first down. And it is.
A little bit short.
2nd and 1, one of those plays coaches love, don't they?
Oh yeah. Now, you know, let's see what kind of creativity and confidence Bruce Snyder has got in his offense, because this is clearly a down that you want to put the ball down the field. If you're confident that on 3rd down you can come back and run the ball and gain a yard for a first down.
It's 3rd and 1. Let's correct that. Not 2nd and 1. And now they changed the down marker, which they hadn't done before.
There again. Can you get the first down on 4th and 1, or do you try to get it now?
The answer is forthcoming. Get the battle, they get it now. And they get a lot more. Down to about the 41-yard line. Jermaine Smith makes the stop.
That's the conservative call. It's a safe call. Get the first down on 3rd down and line up again with a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 40.
Only had 6 yards on their first 2 possessions, and now here they are moving the football again. This game has had a lot of ebb and flow, coming down toward the 5-minute mark remaining in the 2nd quarter. Slot right this time with Jackson in the slot. Huskies jump around defensively. Plummer will put it up, in trouble. Got a good block. Now he'll run at the 35 to the 33-yard line. Plummer very capable of doing that.
Now there you see his mobility. Close to a late hit here. And John Fiala came in just a little bit late. Here you see Jake setting up, sees the rush, moves a little bit to his right, heads up the field. Here comes Fiala in just a little bit late right there.
Sure did. Slot left with Poole in the slot. 2nd down and 3. Battle again with room at the 30. That same play. And it's worked 3 times now. Gain of 6 to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, it's the ASU offensive line now that's controlling the line of scrimmage. And this, it's Snyder's strategy now clearly to run some time off the clock with 4 minutes to go in the half. Try to go in and score and not give Washington a lot of time to move the ball back down the field before halftime.
Same set with Poole in the slot inside of Jackson. On the same play, only this time it goes the other way and gets absolutely nothing. Ink Aliaga that time right on top of Terry Battle. In fact, it lost a couple of yards. There's a good look at Ink Aliaga, preseason All-America. Rated the number 4 linebacker in the United States, candidate for the Butkus Award.
First team All Pac-10 last year. He's a quiet leader, according to the coaches. A guy that just plays hard and expects everybody else around him to do the same.
2nd down and 12 now. Single setback. 2 tight ends. Straight back. Plummer steps up. In trouble. Down he goes. Back to the 33-yard line. Jason Chorak with the sack.
There's the 8-man front by the Washington Huskies. You're not going to block them all for very long.
3rd and 17 at the 34.
Chorak just played off his block nicely, gets the sack, and now it'll be 3rd down and 18. Chorak still learning the game, but getting better. Plummer straight back, 3-man rush, in trouble, ducks underneath it, finds time, throws, incomplete, flag down.
That pass interference, credit that to Jake Plummer and his mobility.
Well, once again, we talked about his feet before, and that's exactly the situation.
Here's a clear shot at him coming from his blind side. He still has the vision to see it, escape, and make the throw. Good throw, too.
Very touchy interference call, I'll tell you that.
1st and 10 at the 21.
Jermaine Smith was the guilty party, but it was very close. Gives the Sun Devils a 1st down at the 21-yard line, so this time the penalties jump up and bite the Huskies.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Husky defense. Had a great series, had them stopped, and let them out.
They come in a slot right this time with Poole in the slot, slotted inside of Lindsey Jackson. Discussion amongst the officials here just to spot the down markers.
We're down to 2:17 now in the half, and it's become pretty clear that Bruce Snyder is going to try to run the ball into the end zone and take as much time off that clock as possible.
Ball just inside the 20-yard line at the 19. Huskies jumping around defensively a lot more on the option. Plummer with a keeper to the 15, down about the 13-yard line. Boy, Bruce has got to cringe every time he sees Plummer take a shot in the middle of the field like that.
Jake's a pretty tough kid. He can take a shot.
2nd and 4 at the 13.
Cuts it back against the grain. Pretty good little movement right there. Picks up 7 or 8 yards. Tackle made by Jason Chorek.
Going to be 2nd down and 4. Huskies doing a lot more defensively now. That time to give to the fullback, and Plummer thought he was going one way, and Polk thought he was going another, and he was lucky to hold on to the ball at all.
Yeah, somebody went the wrong way here. I'm not sure if this was Jake or the fullback.
1:20 remaining in the half.
Little confusion in the backfield. Can't afford that now. Here comes a big play for ASU. Big play for both teams.
3rd down and 4. Trips right. Martin is the setback now. Plummer rolls right. Throws wide open this time. And into the end zone with a touchdown is Ricky Boyer. Right call, right time, right execution.
Nobody around Ricky Boyer on that play. Not sure if the safety for Washington got picked off on that play or if it was just a blown coverage.
Try for point is on its way, and it is good. So with 48 seconds remaining in the first half, the Sun Devils have tied it. Ball game that has been exactly as advertised. Take another look at the 13-yard touchdown to Boyer. We're coming back. Let's take a look at why that last play was successful, Danny.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't supposed to happen this way. I'm sure this wasn't coached, but Keith Poole is going to run a slant pattern and pick off the linebacker, and the 2 defensive backs are going to run into each other, and that's why Ricky Boyer was so wide open.
An inadvertent good block. Hank Aliaga was the guy that was caught up in that. Williams kicks this off, and again, there'll be no return, and Williams can really drive it.
Yeah, I got to correct that. Williams is from Tempe, Arizona, and I've been giving credit for those kicks to Robert Neese, and there are going to be some people in Tempe ready to lynch me tomorrow if I don't correct that.
Well, there you are. So be it. Give him his just due. He's knocked 3 of them beyond the end line.
Yeah, and that's a real weapon. I mean, I can't tell you how much tougher it is to start from the 20-yard line as opposed to the 30 or the 35, which is where Arizona State has been starting.
Well, I'm quite sure, knowing what Jim Lambright planned to do in this ball game, he brings Brock Heward into the ball game at quarterback for the first time. He said he was going to give him a little time. I would be surprised if Brock puts it up here, but stranger things have happened. Shows you what I know. Heward throws incomplete. Intended for Gerald Harris.
Yeah, this is an interesting decision by Jim Lambright. He told us he was going to try to bring him in the first half, but with 48 seconds to go in the half, running the 2-minute offense, interesting.
Well, he's got a strong arm. It's in the genes, of course. He's the brother of Damon, who played for the Huskies for the last 4 years, and his dad is the coach at Puyallup High School, very successful high school program. This time a draw play for Sheehy, and it got about 4 with 38 seconds left.
Well, he was a high school All-American, Brock Huard was. He's 6'5", 220. He's certainly got the size.
Big recruiting battle over Brock Huard. 26 seconds. Clock keeps running. 3rd down and 7. Huard, long count this time. Gives to Sheehy again, and he ran into his own man. And now I would think the Sun Devils will stop the clock here.
Yeah, they got it called. They got the timeout called. And they'll get the ball back. But pretty impressive poise here, Barry, by the young quarterback Brock Huard. Called the play at the line of scrimmage, and it would have been a great play had the two Washington players not run into each other.
That's right. So Huard did what he could, and cameo appearance, I believe, tonight for him, but did all the right things. And the Sun Devils will have one last chance here. Here's what these two teams have done in season openers. Huskies 15-2, and is the last 4 they've played conference games in their first game. Last year, of course, against Arizona State. That was the one loss for Arizona State. Had a chance to win it. Lost 23-20. And Bruce Snyder told us that it took his team 4 or 5 games to get themselves righted after that first loss.
Yeah, and that shows you the importance of this game tonight. Again, a similar situation. Both of these teams very capable of being amongst the leaders and even winning the conference championship and going to the Rose Bowl. So this is going to be, by the time we get to the end of the season, look back on it, this is going to be a game that will have determined a great deal for both of these teams.
That's absolutely right. I would have to think here that Jeff Prince would not give Redmond a chance. It's a line drive kick. It's returnable. Redmond back to the 20-yard line. Trips up. And might have had some room had he been able to get that first step.
Yeah, an excellent kick by Prince. Put it right on the sideline. Only had one way to go with that one.
53 yards on the kick. And a 3-yard loss on the return. So we come to the end of the first half. The Huskies and the Sun Devils tied up at 14, a game that has gone both ways. Sun Devils had it for a while, then the Huskies had it for a while. And it ends as it should, probably. 14 Huskies, 14 Sun Devils. A game that really has, for a first game of the season, been as advertised. Let's go to the sidelines now. And Andre Aldridge. Andre?
All right, thanks a lot, Barry.
Youth and the experience of those two corners. Basically, the 3 great Arizona receivers, Mitchell and Poole, have basically not even been a factor in the game yet.
Mitchell hadn't even been in the ball.
Yeah, no, Mitchell hadn't even been in. So you really look for Arizona State to start trying to get the ball to those 3 receivers.
Short kick this time. It's going to be battle at the 7-yard line. To the 20. Trying to bounce outside. Down at the 24-yard line. Well, the one thing that I keep hearkening back to here, Danny, and we'll get a chance to look at the stats in just a moment, but here are the numbers in the first half. 11 first downs for Arizona State to 7 for Washington. Total plays, Arizona State had it for a lot more. Very comparable numbers, actually. Arizona State with about 84 more yards in total yards.
Arizona State is really outplaying Washington on offense. We expected that. That's not a surprise. The punt return is what's kept Washington in the game. So special teams may end up being a big factor before this game's over.
Special teams has been the story for Arizona State on a negative side. First play, Plummer to put it up. Throws incomplete, in and out of the hands of Poole. And that's a ball that you simply have to catch.
Yeah, they need to get Keith Poole in the game. They've got to throw him a couple of little quick passes. Let him catch his first ball, my gosh, and get hit a couple of times. Here you see it. Quick 5-step drop. Just a little hook pattern. And that's a ball that Keith Poole makes the catch on 99% of the time.
Slot left this time out of the offset eye. Play fake. Plummer will throw. Has to get rid of it and can't. Back at the 17-yard line. Jerry Jensen got him, and that play was doomed from the start.
Yeah, it really was. It may be a ball that Keith would like to have gotten rid of. He relies maybe a little bit too much on his ability to run. Here he thinks he can get out of a jam. Go ahead and throw it, Keith. I mean, Jake. To Keith. To somebody.
Just get rid of it. Third down a whole bunch now for the Sun Devils. 3 wideouts now. They send Spann to the far side. Jackson in the slot. Poole to the near side. Play fake. Plummer will go up in trouble again. Tries to roll away. And one hops it, intended for Martin.
I think he was looking deep for Keith Poole that time. Little play fake. And then tried to get Keith Poole on the post. And just got to credit the coverage again with that incompletion.
Plummer really rushed on that whole series. David Ritchie coming that time. Lance Anderson will do the punting. Janoski once more stands at the 40-yard line.
So far, Jim Albright wins the halftime speech contest.
This is a returnable ball again, but Janoski fair catches it at the 42-yard line. Huskies will have excellent field position. 35-yard punt. What I started to say is Bruce Snyder had 3 things that he told us he needed to accomplish in this game. One was stop Washington from rushing the football. They did a pretty good job of that in the first half. The other was make sure Plummer doesn't get too many hits. They did a pretty good job of that. The other was we have to play better special teams than they do. They did not do a good job of that. 66-yard punt return. They had a bad snap, gave Washington great field position from where they scored, and a roughing the kicker penalty which prolonged the Washington drive. Huskies now will start. Short drop, Fortney. Hitch caught this time by Pathon, and Pathon dropped in Arizona State territory at the 48. Mitchell Friedman whacked him pretty good, but not before a gain of about 6. Here is what the Huskies did in the first half. As you can see, the first 3 times they did absolutely nothing. Then missed a short field goal, 52 yards and a touchdown, and they had to punt it away in their last possession. This game has gone back and forth. Second down and 3. Sheehy. Good block, but well defended. Not before Sheehy gets a first down. Marcus Sword went for a little ride.
Yeah, you know, really in the first half, neither team accomplished their objectives. ASU clearly wanted to get the ball to their talented wide receivers. They didn't do that. Washington wanted to get the ball in the hands of Rashawn Sheehy. They didn't do that. It looks now like maybe Washington is going to come out and really establish themselves at the beginning of this second half. This has been a roller coaster game as far as momentum goes.
First down, Huskies at the 41-yard line. It's going to be a freebie. Although I think maybe the Huskies might have jumped there. Sheehy gets it to the 40-yard line. Derek Smith came across, but he might have been drawn across.
They're trying to decide now.
That's going to go against Arizona State.
The defense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
First and 5 at the 36.
Gerald Harris comes into the ball game with a play. From the offensive coordinator, Scott Linehan. Penalties, 7 of them now for the Sun Devils. This one gives the Huskies a first down and 5 at the 36. Straight back, Fortney to throw. With time, throws over the middle, caught by the tight end, Cleveland, and he's into the end zone for a Washington touchdown from 36 yards. Well, Scott Linehan, pretty good call, I'd say.
Well, it all starts up front. And Shane Fortney had a lot of time to pick out his big tight end, being covered by Damian Richardson. And you just got to step on Richardson, and this is a perfectly thrown ball.
Richardson did everything he could. touchdown pass of that young man's collegiate career. Wales the try for point now. It is perfect, and the Huskies have taken a 7-point lead just 2 minutes and 36 seconds into this second half. Here's another look at it. Perfectly thrown ball. Good concentration by Cleland, the tight end, and it's a 21-14 game with the conversion. So Wales will kick this off now. Once again, Farlow and Battle will be the deep men. Impressive drive and a well-thrown ball, I thought, by Fortney.
It was a perfectly thrown ball. I mean, Damian Richardson actually had him pretty well covered. May have mistimed his jump just a little bit, but it was a perfectly thrown ball.
So Wales, another short kick. This one will be handled at about the 2-yard line by Battle. To the 10, the 15. Tries to get outside again. That's shut down as he gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line before he's wrapped up. Here's another look, Danny.
Yeah, it all starts up front. Good protection. Tight end is right over here. He's going to run, start make a little post move and back to the corner. And Damian Richardson is going to bite just a little bit on the corner, on the post route.
25-yard return. Sun Devils first and 10 at the Arizona State.
There's the move. Now back to the corner. And look at the throw.
Perfectly thrown ball. So once again, the onus goes back on the shoulders of the Sun Devils. They go out of the I formation, slot left. Give it this time to Martin, and Martin gets to the 30-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. John Fiala makes the stop, and we've called that name a lot tonight.
Yeah, John Fiala is one of the leaders on their D. Their linebackers are really strong. They're experienced. They're clearly the strength of their defense. Deke Aliaga is another one. I mean, those two guys are the strength of this defense.
Fiala Sr. was a walk-on a couple of years ago. Single setback, 2 tight ends this time. Short drop, Plummer throwing downfield for Jackson. Crowd wants an interference call, and they might have had a fairly good argument there because Jackson did get bumped out of bounds. Mel Miller was the man defending.
Boy, you got to just love the job that these freshman corners are doing tonight so far.
They only brought 3 cornerbacks with them on this trip, so I mean they're out there. It's theirs. Third down and 7. Plummer in trouble. Steps up, still on his feet, trying to find some help somewhere, and got about a yard out of nothing. But once again, the Sun Devils will have to give it up. And right now, the Huskies are really taking it to the Sun Devils on both sides of the football.
Yeah, they're fired up. They have definitely got the momentum. Here you see the pressure coming now on Plummer. And this, again, is a coverage sack. Plummer's got nowhere to go with the ball. Mac Tuiaea is in there. I mean, it's a great effort by Jake Plummer to try to get something out of nothing.
So once again, Anderson will punt it away. Janoski again will be the deep man. Good kick this time by Anderson. Janoski way back to 16-yard line. He got a gap again. Flag down this time. 2 flags. 30, 40, 45. But I think this is coming back.
Yeah, I think this one is going to come back. It's like a holding at one of the Washington punt return men.
52-yard punt, 32-yard return, but I believe it'll be for naught. So Fortney will come out again. It's interesting, the last 11 Washington quarterbacks to start their first game have won. Fortney trying to be the 12th. And I think you know the last quarterback to start his first game and not win, because I think he's coaching, if I remember right, in the Arena League, Tom Porras.
Yeah, Tom Porras has been a mainstay in the Arena Football League for many, many years. And one of those quarterbacks, a guy that I played with in Dallas by the name of Steve Pelluer, his brother Scott, coaches the linebackers for this Washington team.
Steve, Scott's coming back to school. He's on scholarship, right? coming back to get his degree. And he's a student manager. Oldest student manager in America. Crowd trying to get the Devils jacked up here. And this time, this is run all the way. It might have even been a busted play, but Fortney's going to get a lot out of it. He got 10.
Yeah, you know, Jim Lambright didn't appear to be real pleased with his young quarterback in the first half. But I'll tell you, he's doing some things extremely well. This is clearly a busted play in the backfield. And Fortney just tucks it away and ends up gaining 10 yards on the play. Here he comes around the end, shows some pretty good speed. Gets out of bounds. Good heads-up play by Shane Fortney.
You know, let me correct myself, too. Kerry Conklin came back to school to get his degree, and Scott Ballure, of course, is on the staff of Jim Lambright. Conklin is the oldest student manager in America.
Scott coached here at Northern Arizona University for a few years, is now back up in Washington, and doing a good job.
Pretty good program at Northern Arizona. They know about throwing a football there.
Scored 70-some points in their opener.
It's not bad. First time tonight that Washington has both the lead and the football. They bring Pathon to the near side this time. Janoski to the far side. They bring Kissel up on the wing. Sheehy, the setback behind Fortney. Play fake. Fortney will throw. Airs it out deep, out in front, but unable to catch up with the ball was Pathon. And that was going to be a huge play.
Well, Washington has clearly seen what the Arizona State defense is trying to do. That time, Arizona State's defense had both their safeties up close to the line of scrimmage. The play action pass going deep with the post was a perfect play, just a little bit overthrown.
Numbers on Shane Fortney. They're not spectacular numbers, but I would say very efficient numbers. 35 of those 70 yards, of course, coming on the touchdown pass to Cameron Cleland.
Well, he's not hurting them, and that's what he's got to do. He can't hurt the team.
Trips right set this time. Second down and 10, and now we got motion. And
yeah, this is going to be on Washington.
Right, Sheehy jumping a little early.
That's the risk you take with the long snap count. You run the risk of one of your own guys jumping, especially when the crowd gets into it and starts yelling and screaming and nobody can hear the cadence. That may have been what happened that time. But it has worked for him more often than not tonight.
It's the world's youngest song girl. Slot right this time. Janoski slots inside of Pathon to the right side. Kissel on the wing. Sheehy the setback. 2nd and 15. Straight back Fortney throws, caught by Cleland at the 30 to the 33. He'll be a couple yards short of the first down. Van der Ahe makes the tackle, a gain of 13.
Yeah, Cameron Cleland, the tight end right here, is going to make a little arrow route, start out and come back inside. And he's just a big, strong kid, and he gets himself open. And it's a well-thrown ball again by Shane Fortney.
Washington kind of taking the tack of we'll take what's given. And they did. Slot right. Janoski slots inside of Pathon once again. Short drop. A little slant that time. Incomplete, intended for Janoski, and that might have gone. Pat Tillman putting a little push on Fortney.
Just a little... the timing was a little bit off that time, but it was a well-designed play, and it was a good play for 3rd and 3. They would have had the first down if the pass had been completed.
Now, the other thing, too, is that Fred Coleman has not been in the ballgame since, if memory serves, about the middle of the 2nd quarter. Redmond will be the deep man this time to receive the punt of Jeff Prince. There are the numbers on Prince. Low snap from center. Redmond at the 30 tries to get outside. spun down at the 33-yard line. 40-yard punt, 6-yard return for Redmond, and
Number 6, Marcus Hairston, 39-yard punt.
with 9:31, we got a flag down back where the ball was kicked at about the 29-yard line. 9:31 remaining here in the third quarter. Huskies lead by 7, and now we'll see about the penalty.
Indicating holding against Washington. I would think that ASU would decline this.
Explain to the freshman Redmond.
Holding on the kicking team, number 11. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, 4th down.
Yeah, see, they let J.R. Redmond make the decision. He wants another shot at it.
You bet he does. Bruce Snyder said he has no fear. He doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Yeah, I don't think J.R. even told Coach Snyder that there was a penalty on the play. He just went out there and told, we'll take it.
So it's marked from the spot of the foul, so it's actually amounts to a 14-yard penalty. And at least in theory, the Sun Devils should get reasonably good field position here. So Prince will punt it again. And this time Redmond stands at about the 40-yard line. And again, it's a low snap. Good kick from Prince.
Much better punt this time.
At the 33. Redmond starts back. Gets the 40. Gets to about the 42-yard line. So it's a net +9. After a 48-yard punt and a 9-yard return, the Sun Devils will have the football at the 42-yard line. And we come back to Sun Devil Stadium after this. Over the Arizona State Sun Devils with 9:19 remaining to be played in the third quarter. Here's a reminder, our Power Bar Performer of the Week, the Optimum Performer of the Week, is Oregon tight end Josh Wilcox. Wilcox caught the winning touchdown pass in overtime last week in Oregon's victory over Fresno State. So Josh Wilcox, our Power Bar Optimum Performer of the Week. Actually, he's not boring at all, to tell you the truth. Well, Jake Plummer started out as though we were going to set the world afire, but all of a sudden the Huskies have made some adjustments, and it's been a struggle for Jake.
Yeah, he was 6 for 9 to start the game, and now has gone 3 for his last 11.
Slot left, Poole in the slot inside of Jackson. And the give this time is to Martin, and Martin will get about 3, and we'll go down to the sidelines to Andre Aldridge. Andre?
Well, guys, I don't know what attitude means when you're down by 7 points and you don't have a groove going, but before they went out, Jake Plummer told his teammates, hey, guys, we've done a good job of making this game interesting. Now let's go out here and win. So there doesn't seem to be any problem with these guys feeling that they can win the game. Danny, is that just quarterback talk?
No, I think he really believes it. This is what they need right now. They need someone to step up and get something going.
And Martin steps up, but gets about 4 to the 49-yard line. It'll bring up what at this juncture of the game is a critical 3rd and 3. Tony Parrish on the tackle for the Huskies.
4. 3rd and 3 at the 49.
And the Sun Devils going without a huddle. Trouble getting the play into Plummer, and still the discussion goes on.
Yeah, Plummer's called the play at the line of scrimmage.
Poole to the near side, Jackson to the far side. Martin is set back, 2 tight ends, straight back. Plummer has time, throws, caught by the tight end Bush, and a big first down to the 33-yard line of the Huskies. 18 yards on the pass from Plummer to Bush, who juggled it and did well to hang on to it.
Okay, I got the 2 tight ends are going to cross. First tight end underneath. Second over the top. The ball's going to be thrown right there. The linebackers got scraped off just a little bit on the play. Here he comes. Here, Bush across the middle. Nice throw and catch, and he just gets about 4 yards on his own.
First out at the 33-yard line. Play fake. Plummer to pass. Looking for Poole. Jump ball. Nobody gets it. And Plummer took a real shot.
Yeah, that's a little bit of frustration showing on the part of Jake Plummer. That's a ball he should not have thrown.
David Ritchie was right in his face.
Yeah, here comes the pressure. See Ritchie, nice quick move up the field. Just runs right through Martin. Ball that maybe should have been picked off.
Probably should have if anybody was going to get it.
Yeah, Tony Parrish. Yeah, great position.
Again, over the middle this time, caught by Martin. Caught by Bush, I beg your pardon, at the 25-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 8, and once again, it'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 2. Again, the hurry-up offense, no huddle.
Yeah, they're trying to keep Washington from putting in their 3rd down defense.
Plummer this time on the option. Keeps is going to be short of the 1st down. It's going to be close, actually. It's just going to depend on the mark here.
Yeah, he's going to be about a yard, close to a yard short, I believe. The wide receivers are still not being utilized in this game. That time, the corner was off to the left side. A hitch pass would have been a gimme 1st down if they would have wanted it.
So the play of the game right here.
Yeah, that's a big one.
4th down, a little more than a yard. Give it to Martin, and he's got the 1st down and more. Bounces outside of the 15 to the 10 to the 5-yard line. Mel Miller saved the touchdown. 19 yards.
They caught the defense pinching just a little bit, knocked them down inside. Good lead block by the fullback. That's Jeff Polk blocking out on the defensive end. Big play for the ASU offense.
Sure was. Sun Devils in business. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. They go out of the I formation with 3 tight ends in the ball game now. And they give it to the fullback for the 1st time tonight. That was Jeff Polk on the carry. And Polk gets it inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line.
Jeff Polk from Corona High School, Corona del Sol, right here in Tempe, Arizona. 6'1", 245.
They call him Jurassic Polk. And when he hits somebody, guys on the team always say, "You've now been poked." Big, strong guy. 245 pounds. 2nd down. So Martin this time gets to about the 1.
Martin carries, tackled by Aliaga.
Here come a couple more big bodies coming into the game for ASU. Poole and Jackson go out.
Martin now 14 carries, 75 yards. I formation, 3 tight ends. Martin again. He's in. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Martin gets some tough yards. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the roller coaster rides back to the ASU side.
Isn't that the truth?
Boy, what a game. What a game.
Try for point now. Neitz gets it up. And good. And we have a tie ball game yet another time. 5 minutes exactly remaining. 3rd quarter. Look at the scoreboard. Shows the Sun Devils 21, the Huskies 21. We'll be back. Michael Martin, 15 carries, 75 yards. Hi, Mom. 3 catches for 58 yards. He's got a touchdown rushing and a touchdown on a reception. And on that last drive, Martin, 4 carries, 27 yards, including the touchdown and including that 19-yard run on a 4th down play. Big factor. And remember, he didn't play the 2nd quarter. End-over-end kick. Dillon's going to try it. To the 10. To the 14-yard line. And a flag is down. Well, I'll tell you what, Williams.
Yeah, Marcus Williams has really been a factor in this game.
Number 22, Bernard Turpin.
Well, just a reminder, we got a double dip for you next week. Danny, you and I in Iowa City. A game that was very winnable, incidentally, for Arizona, but they spit it out.
It's like Brock Huard in the game now, quarterback for Washington.
Well, Brock Huard's got to be thinking, what are they doing to me? Last time he started with 48 seconds left at his own 7. This time the time is not a factor, but he's down at his own 5-yard line. Out of the I formation. There's a penalty on that kickoff return. That's why they're at the 5. The give this time is to Sheehy, and he doesn't get much. Might have gotten 3. Brock Huard, as we said, sort of born to the manor.
Doesn't look too nervous there, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Can handle it.
He's been doing it his whole life. Much like yourself, actually. Oh, really? I mean, your dad was a player, an All-American. Single setback slot left this time. And the give again is to Sheehy, and he doesn't get much once again. They'll give him progress to the 7-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. And about 8. Aubrey Battle made the play that time.
Here comes the ASU Sun Devil defense.
Bernstein was the first man.
Yeah, that play was really made by Brent Bernstein. 6'8", 278 out of Glendale, Arizona, Deer Valley High School.
3rd down. Call it 7. Huard will put it up. Throws underneath, almost intercepted. Pat Tillman got a hand on the ball. And Brock Huard will go back to the bench and think about that series.
Yeah, this is a dangerous throw. Pat Tillman actually had a shot at this. Good recognition, gets a hand on it. Yeah, that's a scary throw down there that close to your own end zone.
So Redmond will be the deep man standing inside the 50-yard line to receive the punt of Jeff Prince, who will hit it out of his own end zone. Hit this pretty good. Very good. Redmond back at the 40-yard line. Comes right back up the middle. He's got a step. Midfield. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. At the 15, the 10. Running over people to the 3-yard line. What a run by the true freshman. Lester Towns with a saving tackle. 58 yards on the return. The coverage.
This is actually a good kick. Just some real sloppy tackling. 2, 3, 4. Now he tries to knock the ball out. 5. 5 missed tackles on that punt return.
And at the end of that, which we didn't see, he fumbled into the end zone and the ball was picked up, and they say it is a touchdown for Arizona State. And I never saw the fumble, I must be honest. And the try for point is up and good. So the end result is a 61-yard touchdown, 58-yard return, and then the ball dribbled into the end zone for the touchdown. Take another look.
See number 40 right there try to reach around and slap the ball out. He misses the tackle. Right there, the ball is ripped out.
Mustafa for the touchdown.
That was number 17, looked like Lester Towns.
Mustafa, I believe it was, number 7 for the score. There's that blonde dude we talked to you about.
There you see Lester Towns reach around, pull the ball out. Mustafa picks it up, drives in the end zone.
To 21 ball game. How do you like that?
Well, you know, you make plays like that, you can dye your hair any color you want.
I think Lambright is saying, I didn't know you could advance a fumbled ball in college football.
Yeah, it's only in the last 2 minutes of the game or of the half.
So how did that happen?
The player that fumbles the ball is the only one that can advance it.
Exactly. I rest my case.
To receive for Washington.
I think Jim Lambright had a pretty good argument there. Jarzinka in the end zone to the 5, to the 10, trying to get outside, got some room, 20 to the 30, and cracked down at the 31, and how? By Lamont Morgan. 32-yard return, though, for Joe Jarzinka, the walk-on from Gig Harbor, Washington. Jarzinka's got some locks too, doesn't he? Well, a sudden turn of events here gives the Sun Devils a 7-point lead. Quite a run by the freshman Redmond.
5-yard penalty, re-kick.
Now we're going to do this again.
Yeah, Bruce Snyder and the ASU staff have just been drooling over getting J.R. Redmond out on the field and showing everybody what he's capable of doing.
I think they just did.
I think that's a first indication of some great things to come for that young man.
Would be playing more from the line of scrimmage, except that still learning the system and learning the intricacies of the system. And of course, it's not all just carrying the football. Blocking assignments are a factor. And there is the freshman.
Carson High School, Carson, California.
Produced a lot of great athletes. What's up, Delamo? Redmond would probably, according to Bruce Snyder, be a starting safety on this team. He came here as a running back and defensive back. And it was not until the spring, until Bruce Snyder said he saw him run with a football, that he decided he was going to be a running back. And even on the flip card that we get here that gives us the rosters of the players, it gives player, number, and position. On J.R. Redmond, it has 21, J.R. Redmond, athlete.
It's the Sun Devil version of Deion Sanders.
So Dillon will be the deep man again. Redmond gets credited with a 61-yard punt return, but Mustafa gets credited with the touchdown. Dillon at the 4-yard line. To the 20. Again, 30. To the 40. Midfield at the 46-yard line. And this game is starting to be up and down like we expected it might be. 51 yards before being dragged down by Trayvon Johnson.
There you see the blocking. Left return. He sets it up by running to the right just a little bit, then back to the left. Picks up his blockers. Well-run kickoff return.
Another special teams error for the Sun Devils, and that's something that I know Bruce Snyder will work on beginning tomorrow morning, win or lose.
Yeah, he's not going to be real happy with the special teams play tonight.
First down at the 46-yard line. Fortney back at quarterback. Play fake, rolls right, gonna throw, and one hops it, intended for Janoski.
ASU would like to thank the ASU bookstore.
Sueda and Tillman coming at him. Tillman's really been a factor here in the second half.
A good presence of mind, though, by Fortney, not to try to throw that pass into tight coverage. Just threw it into the ground. Line up, second down. Try to get half of it now.
The Slot right this time in the I formation. Sheehy, the tailback. Kehoe is the fullback. It's Dillon, the tailback. And this is Dillon, big hole, but cracked down as he got through that hole at the 42-yard line. Picked up about 4 yards, but Mitchell Friedman really wrecked him. Fright night. That's what they call it.
Yeah, he plays like a linebacker, but you got to be careful. He does that too many times. Washington catches him with a play-action pass. He's not going to be much help in the middle of the field. But he is definitely a hitter. He is a great hitter.
Slot right this time. Pathon to the far side. And Janoski in the slot. Bernstein and Sobey. It's going to be one of them that's going to be called. Bernstein stepped across the line and they start finger pointing.
Before the snap, ball starts, offense, 85.
It is Sobey and a heads-up play by Bernstein.
Yeah, I think Bernstein called that one. Well, I don't know about that call. Who's going to argue with a guy the size of Bernstein?
Trips right this time. 3rd down and 12. Straight back Fortney. Throws. One hops it once again. Intended for Pathon. Had to unload that ball as the pressure was starting to come from Rogers and Sueda.
Hard to throw that ball accurately when you got you guys holding on to your feet. He had Sueda and Rogers both diving at his feet as he throws the ball. His own guy, Coates, got knocked back into him. And there you see the importance of the quarterback's feet.
Poole and Tillman are going to be the deep. It's kind of interesting. Tillman's a middle linebacker. You don't usually see those guys returning punts. This one's not going to be returned. It's going to go out of bounds. Very short, actually. I would think it's going to be marked somewhere near the 30-yard line. At the 27-yard line.
At the 28.
Danny White, hey, the quarterback boy.
Who is that guy?
That's your son, right? I remember those days, though.
A lot of those records are going to go by the wayside this year. I've got a sneaky feeling that a kid by the name of Plummer is going to do me in.
Made to be broken.
Yes, they are. And no one I'd rather have breaking than that young man. He's a good guy.
Slot left on 1st down. Sun Devils with the ball, and the lead a fumble. Ball's loose, picked up by Martin. What a heads-up play by Martin, and he runs out of bounds to 26.
Big break for Arizona State.
Martin carries.
That could have been disastrous.
By Miller.
Never got the handoff.
And the ball was kicked.
Oh, it was just a little bit high up in his chest.
Kyle Murphy actually kicked the ball. Isn't that an interesting statistic? In 11 games last year, they did not lose a fumble, and that stays intact, but it was close. Plummer give to Martin with room at the 34-yard line, a step away from breaking it, and it was John Fiala who saved a really big play.
Yeah, John Fiala just gets him by his shoelaces this time. Or Martin is going for a long ways.
Martin's been going for a long ways tonight.
17 rushes for 83 yards, closing in on a 100-yard game.
And remember, he missed the second quarter. He didn't play the second quarter.
Battle played the second quarter. These are the kind of numbers we expected to see from Rashawn Sheehy.
2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, single setback on 3rd down and 4. Play fake. Plummer will go up. Throws. Caught this time once more by the tight end Bush. And it's a 1st down at midfield for Arizona State. 17-yard gain in front of Tony Parrish.
Yeah, here's a little bootleg action. This is the best ball that Jake Plummer has thrown all night. You're going to see his tight end coming across the field. A little fake, and with a bootleg, you're going to fake here and bootleg to his right. There he goes. And here comes big tight end Steve Bush. Perfectly thrown ball. Best ball he's thrown tonight.
Slot left. They got a free play here if they could get it off, but they didn't. And the handoff this time is to Battle, and Battle gets to the 42-yard line, a gain of 8. Huskies were trying to make an adjustment. Poole was in the slot, and there was nobody on him. And they finally got somebody over there right as the ball was snapped. Fans have turned out in record numbers here, 73,000 of them. Good look at Sun Devil Stadium. Another game here tomorrow as the Arizona Cardinals play the Miami Dolphins here. Second down and 2 now. Give it to Battle. Battle looking for room, and he'll be close to the first down. I think he got it. John Fiala makes the stop once again, but it'll be a first down for the Arizona State Sun Devils when we come back. End of the third quarter. Sun Devils 28, Huskies 21, 15 minutes of football left. We'll be back. University and the Pac-10 Conference. I can tell you, though, it was not written by an English major. That was one sentence. First down, Sun Devils inside the 40-yard line of the Huskies. Here's a reverse this time to Poole. Poole at the 45, got room at the 30. It's Spann to the 15, to the 10, and down at the 7-yard line. Craig Spann on the reverse. 32 yards.
Well designed. You see the guard and the tackle pulling, looking like the sweep. And back comes Spann the other way. What an interesting story that young man is. When he was 2 years old, he lost most of his toes in a fire. And he's now one of the fastest players on the Arizona State football team.
First-year player transfer from Phoenix College. Give it to Battle this time. And Battle's into the open and into the end zone for an Arizona State touchdown. All of a sudden, the Sun Devils have it in gear, Danny.
Yeah, nothing real fancy about this. He just takes this ball right up the middle, and it's clear that the offensive line of the Sun Devils are now starting to make their presence known. Look at the hole he's got to run through. Nice little move there. Again, give credit to that one, the Arizona State offensive line. Nice job.
Needs the try for point. And it is good. With 14 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the ball game, the Sun Devils have stretched it out to a 14-point lead.
Well, this is exactly what Washington didn't want to happen. Did not want to get behind this Arizona State football team in the fourth quarter. Here's the touchdown coming up again. Here you see it.
We'll see you next Saturday.
Just good blocking at the point of attack.
Yeah, just nothing real fancy about that.
I think one thing that will make Bruce Snyder very happy, and that is his team's ability to run the football tonight. You can run it. You can throw it.
Oh, yeah. You can do a lot of things if you can run the football.
And this is not an easy team to run against. 19 rushing yards last year. Rushing touchdowns, I should say. 7 in 1994. They've got 3 of them tonight. And the last 3 times the Sun Devils have touched the ball, they've scored touchdowns. At the 58-yard drive, a 61-yard punt return, and a 72-yard touchdown drive.
A nice balance by Arizona State. 2 rushing, 2 passing, and 1 on the special teams.
Right, with reason to be concerned here. Williams will kick it off. He'll be kicking to Dillon, who'll be the deep man, and Jarzinka will be the short man. Although in Williams' case, there's not much short. this one into the end zone, and there'll be no return. Let's take it down to the sidelines once again, and Andre Aldridge. Andre?
All right, Barry, well, the Washington offense obviously needs to score some points for a couple of reasons. Number one, to get back into the game, but number two, the defense is on the sidelines, and they are clearly fatigued. Now the cool zone is the place to hang out here on the Husky sideline, and with them down by 14 points, boy, the O really needs to get going, or at least get a long drive going now.
Yeah, the pressure really goes on the young quarterback now, doesn't it, Dan?
Yeah, it really is. We'll see how he responds now to this kind of pressure. But this is what Washington hoped would not happen to him. We'll see how he performs.
Start at the 20-yard line. Single setback, slot right. Courtney straight back with time. Throws caught by Pathon at the 28-yard line. It'll be short of the first down, a gain of 8.
This is a case of the quarterback having time and the ability to set his feet. Well-delivered ball by Shane Fortney. Steps up, plants his feet, throws a dart right between the numbers.
Jerome Pathon, an interesting guy, too. He was born in Vancouver, BC, raised in Vancouver. Then he went to college at Arcadia University in Nova Scotia on the east coast of Canada, then transferred there, came to the University of Washington as a walk-on in 1994, and here he is now as a starting wide receiver. Give it to Sheehy, right side, and Sheehy has the first down. Flag down. That's probably going to be another late hit.
Tackle number 9, Thomas Simmons.
I don't know. That flag was thrown in an area where it may have been offensive holding.
Ooh, you got it. There's a man who's coached the game.
Holding.
Yeah, you hate seeing that. Yeah, there it is.
Bob Sapp. Bob is the catalyst for this offensive line. Catalyst in large part on the team. He's the comic, the team comedian. Got his 1 degree and is working on a 2nd degree at the University of Washington. Courtney will go up again, throws for his tight end, Cleland. He had to unload that ball a little earlier than I think Cleland expected him to.
Yeah, again, it's a little bit of timing issue, but that was another pretty well thrown ball. I think Cameron Cleland would like to have that one back. I think he'll tell you that he should have caught that ball.
We thank the emergency health professionals of Samaritan Health Services.
Sun Devils and all of the area around and about Phoenix, Arizona, really excited about this game. You could attest to that, living down here, Danny. It's been on everybody's lips for more than a week, you were saying.
Yeah, it's really been a long time since I've seen this kind of excitement over an ASU football team.
3 wideouts this time, nobody in the backfield. 4-man rush. Fortney in trouble, hit as he threw.
That's a fumble.
And a ball is covered by the Sun Devils at the 2-yard line. Derek Rogers was the man who just destroyed Shane Fortney, and Brent Bernstein jumped on a loose football.
Here comes Rogers from the left. There's Bernstein. There you see it again from the other side. Fortney never sees Rogers.
I remember Bruce Snyder telling us yesterday about how quickly Rogers reacts.
Yeah, he really felt like Derek Rogers was going to be a factor in this game, and
he's right.
He was right. There he is.
It's made a big difference in his defense, I think.
And he's going to do nothing but get better.
They mark it at the 4-yard line. Sun Devils back in business, leading by 14, 1st and goal. They give it to Battle, and Battle gets to about the 2. Jermaine Smith makes the stop.
You ran the 10, didn't you? Good job with the first one.
There you see Scott Pallure on the sidelines.
confusion as to who should be in the ballgame.
Yeah, it's big. Washington really needs to make a play here. They need to get a big play.
Second down and goal. High formation, give it to Battle, and Battle fumbled the ball, and it was picked up by the Huskies and taken into the end zone. Jeff Polk, or picked up by the Sun Devils, I believe. Jeff Polk was the man who jumped on a football, and they'll mark it short of the goal line.
Fumble on the play. The ball was recovered on the 1-yard line. Third down.
Pretty good surge again. The ball pop out right there. Another break for the Sun Devils.
Polk is right there.
Now the difference, that was not a change of possession play, and so he cannot recover it and take it into the end zone.
Third down and goal now. And this time Plummer's
wide open.
Wide open. Back of the end zone. Actually, it was Bush for the touchdown. Both tight ends, he could have thrown it to either one of them.
Yeah, he had 3 guys out there that were all open. It's a nice choice to have.
And now the Sun Devils are really in business. 41-21 with the try for point coming. Bush 5 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. That's interesting that Arizona State has accomplished this really without the help of Lindsey Jackson or Keith Poole, arguably the 2 best receivers.
You know, yeah, it really is. This game has not gone the way that we expected it to.
Try for point is up and good. 12:01 remaining to be played. It's a 42-21 ball game. Arizona State over the Washington Huskies. We're coming back right after this.
He is quietly having a terrific game tonight, Barry. He's caught 5 passes for 59 yards and a touchdown. 4 of those passes have been in the second half when this game has been really taken over by ASU.
They have scored 28 points in the last 7 minutes and 59 seconds. And there's their last 3 possessions right there. Pretty impressive stuff.
We knew they could do it. We didn't know when.
Williams hits this one. It's going to be Dillon at the goal line, about 2 yards deep, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and down at the 18-yard line. Well, just a reminder that coming up next week, we're going to double dip for you. As Fortney took a real shot, and that's a welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah, it really is. Fortney appears to be fine. He's standing down on the sideline. Another opportunity for Brock Ewert to get a few snaps.
There's what the Huskies have done, or more what the Huskies have not done. Janoski makes the catch to the 28-yard line. That'll be right close to a first down. Jason Simmons defending.
Really surprised, Barry, that we haven't seen more of this from both teams tonight. Just straight drawback, 10-yard hook pattern, going underneath the coverage. And Brock Ewert, nice job again, setting his feet, delivering the ball.
Janoski comes out of the ballgame. Now Gerald Harris comes in. And remember, Coleman has not been back since the middle of the first half. Second and short. Ewert, pump fake, going deep for Pathon. He's got it at the 40, at the 30, at the 20, fumbles the football, and it's picked up, but you can't do that, folks.
Ewert's pass complete.
It's going to come back to where the ball was recovered, which is
actually back to where it was fumbled, I believe.
They might say he stepped out of bounds. 55 yards on the play anyway.
That little sideline takeoff.
First and 10, Arizona State.
Much of a move, but it's enough to get him by. And again, a perfectly thrown ball by Brock Ewert.
He was out of bounds when he fumbled the football. 55 yards on the play, and it was a perfect pass. Ball at the 18-yard line, and here come the Huskies. Give this time on a short side sweep to Sheehy, and he cannot get outside. Well defended that time by the Sun Devils. Damian Richardson runs him out.
I'll tell you another guy that's been in on a lot of plays for ASU is Larry Johnson. Defensive end from defensive linebacker, outside linebacker from Rialto, California. Playing a good game.
left this time on 2nd down and a long 6. And the give this time is to Sheehy again. He gets it inside the 10-yard line of the 9. It'll be a yard short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and a yard.
Tackle by Rogers.
Now they're going to mark it at 10. We'll call it 3rd down and 2. Signal set back this time. They bring Kissel in motion. Give it to Sheehy. Gets nothing. And now it's going to be 4th down. And they're in a situation they have to go here. Dave Baumgartner made the tackle that time as the Sun Devil defense again getting off the ball very quickly. Jim Lambright will undoubtedly go for it.
Yeah, this is not unfortunately a real tough decision for Jim Lambright. They need to score often and much.
Three tight ends in the ball game. I formation. And on the keeper, that's Huard. Huard is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 10 yards from Brock Huard, who engineered what arguably is the best drive of the evening for the Huskies.
Yeah, they had one good drive that Shane Fortney put together in the first half, but the last few plays, Brock Huard has played well. Sees the opening, good decision on the option.
So the try for point now is with 9 minutes left, the clock not a factor. This to make it a 14-point ball game. And it is up and good with 9 minutes left. The Sun Devils 42, the Huskies 28. And watch Brock Huard. We're coming back.
It's real close as to whether the ball is across the plane of the end zone or not when it comes out. Comes out right there.
I'll call it a touchdown.
Yeah, that is close to being a fumble.
But a good drive nonetheless, engineered by the freshman, redshirt freshman. And don't you know now, the stories in the Seattle papers will likely involve who's the quarterback. You've been through that.
They will eat that up. They will eat that up. And to be honest with you, Brock Huard has played well, but I really feel like Shane Fortney has played well also.
So Wales will kick it off. Farlow in battle the deep men. It's going to be Farlow at the 4-yard line. To the 15, to the 20, and really cracked. Ooh, was he upended by Lester Towns.
Lester Towns. Wow.
Watch this. Hello, Lester.
Hello.
That is the way every coach will tell you to tackle.
Yeah, it's called a deep leader.
Sun Devils 1st and 10.
Well, they think Lester Towns is going to be a star at some point before his career in Washington is through. Just a freshman. I formation, and a give to Martin, and Martin gets to about the 24-yard line. Gain of 2, Aliaga and Fiala on the stop.
This is where the great teams, Barry, have the ability to just churn up the yardage, keep the ball on the ground, short passing game, and run a lot of time off the clock.
Thing is, isn't it one of those times in the game where you can't be too cautious here, can you? You can't pull the horns all the way.
You need to get a couple of first downs here, and it's real easy to get too conservative.
Give it to Martin, right side, and Martin with no place to go gets across the 25 to the 27. Gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 now.
kind of thing that happened to him in the last game of the season last year against Arizona. They had a big lead, got conservative, tried to sit on the ball, and Arizona got back in and won the game.
Martin now 19 carries, 87 yards. But here they need 6. Slot left, single setback, 3 wideouts. Plummer, short drop. Throws for Boyer, threw behind him. He had to unload the ball. Plummer took a shot from Jerry Jensen. And the Sun Devils will have to give it up, and they only held it for 1 minute and 25 seconds.
Huskies still have a chance.
You bet they do.
Quick score here, and they are right back in this thing.
Set to punt for Arizona State.
Janoski, who has already brought one back 68 yards for a touchdown, stands at the 30-yard line. Twisting kick. Janoski at the 30, down immediately. 39-yard punt, no return. They'll mark it at the 32-yard line. Kareem Clark careened it. 7:27 remaining. We're coming back. 42-28, Arizona State leading Washington. 7:27 left. Huskies have it at the 33-yard line.
Join Coach Snyder.
There's a guy who's just sopping it all up. Richie was
For more information,
been all around the football and all around Jake Plummer tonight. Blows hot ice is what it does, so it's cool. There's deductive thinking. Hewitt throws a slant and it bounces right off Janoski's pads.
Now the heat may be taking its toll now on the Washington Huskies. It's a hot, humid evening here in the middle of the monsoon season.
Hewitt now 2 of 5, 64 yards, 55 of them on the one play to Pathon. Incidentally, the 42 points that the Sun Devils have put on the board, the most that they've scored in a Pac-10 game in 6 years. At 51 back in 1990 against Washington State. And Washington has to burn a timeout because they only have 10 players on the field. And that's a timeout they really don't want to use here.
No, this is not good. I don't know what the problem is there, but they're going to need all those timeouts if they're going to have a chance of getting back in this game. 7:23 left to go. They need a quick score here and get the ball back.
Washington, of course, inevitably plays one of the most difficult schedules in America, and it's not going to get any easier for them next week. They play BYU, and I think BYU has already served notice that they're going to be a pretty darn good football team this year. Sarkisian, I think, has thrown for 11 touchdowns in the first 2 games, if I remember.
And look at the road schedule, Barry. It's a tough one. Notre Dame, Oregon, USC, and closing at Washington State.
Very tough. Very tough for them. And they play Arizona, which is not a gimme either.
No, I still believe that
we'll be here for that. Straight back Hewitt. Going deep. Got a man. Harris. He's going to go to the 10. Touchdown Huskies, 67 yards. And that is about as good as you could throw that ball.
And how about Brock Hewitt?
Yeah.
What a great throw. That's 2 deep balls that he has thrown that have been on the money. Here it comes, just a simple post pattern. Look at his eyes. He looks to the right, comes back to the left. And you just can't throw it any better than that.
Absolutely perfect, because that was not badly defended. And then Harris just runs away from everybody. Harris, a freshman out of Kent. Try for point is up and good. First reception of Harris's career. And I'd say he made a mark with it.
Barry, this game isn't over yet.
No, hardly. We were saying that up here in the last commercial break. when it was a 14-point lead, and now, I mean, this is a contest.
ASU would like to thank Sam's Metro Deli.
You see again his feet. He's able to set his feet, no pressure. A lot of credit to the offensive line of the Washington Huskies for that one.
AAA Arizona and our care specialist left.
And Brock is, needless to say, pumped up.
Pretty fired up, isn't he? For a freshman.
Well, that's a couple of outstanding balls. As a former quarterback, I'm sure you can really appreciate how he threw those two.
ASU would like to thank the following corporations for their generous support that helped sell out Sun Devil Stadium tonight.
Jim Lambright has been remarkably calm, and here's a man who right now I trust Bruce Snyder's heart's beating like a hummingbird.
And Bassett.
Arizona State is going to have to come out of their shell just a little bit. They're going to have to throw the ball. They have to get some first downs in this series.
Loosening up. Jake will have better days than he's had in this one. It's not to say he's been bad.
But once again, he hasn't hurt him. He hasn't thrown the interceptions. He hasn't dropped the ball on the ground. And that's what you got to do in a game like this.
So Wales kicks it off. Got this one high and to the 2-yard line. Battle to the 10. Battle to the 20. And Battle loses the football, and the Huskies have it. Jesse Binkley makes the tackle and the recovery. Lester Towns was the man who actually made the tackle. We talked about him before, and the recovery by Binkley.
Puts his helmet right on the ball, right there. Knocks it out.
Well, how do you like this?
Ooh.
Brock Huard.
Like I said, we got ourselves a game.
Oh, yeah. I thought that 2 touchdowns ago. Huard now has 21 yards to get his team into the end zone to try to tie this thing. Straight back he goes to throw with all day. Comebacker for Harris, caught at the 11-yard line. Marcus Soward. We're talking 2 freshmen here, Huard and Harris. Soward on the tackle.
Freshmen have played a big role for Washington. The 2 corners have had outstanding games as well.
I should note Mitchell Friedman is not in the ball game for Arizona
Mitchell
State.
Friedman has been out for quite some time now. I'm not sure what's wrong with him.
It's going to be short of the first down, but essentially a free play here on 2nd and inches. And they give it this time to the fullback, Reed. And Bernstein stopped him, I think, short of the first down.
Yeah, I think they actually lost a yard on that play.
Let's go down the sideline to Andre Aldridge. Andre?
Well, guys, you haven't seen Mitchell Friedman because he jammed his middle finger, and he is done for the night. He wasn't in on that last defensive series when the guys from Washington went and scored the long touchdown. So he is out for the night, and that's a big loss for the Sun Devils.
That is a very big loss for the Sun Devils. Thanks, Andre, for being right on that. 3rd down now and 2. Give it to Dillon. And Dillon is the first down to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, he was close to breaking that one.
First and goal of the 8.
Saving tackle there by Damian Richardson.
Back into the ball game comes Harris now. Bruce Snyder starting to think about last year.
You know, and that's a good point. They've got to be haunted right now by thoughts of that game against Arizona last year.
Give to Dillon. Spins off a man to the 5. He is in. Touchdown Huskies. 42-41 with the conversion coming. What a game.
Starting to see some of the Arizona State players hanging their heads. Somebody needs to fire them up on the sideline, get them going.
Nice individual piece of running that time.
Yeah, great effort. Good spin move, stayed on his feet, good balance. Corey Dillon.
This to tie the ball game. 42-42. 5:13 remaining to be played.
Barry, I guess I'll take my tap shoes off.
Taking a look at this, and it was just outstanding running by Corey Dillon.
Bounces off the tackle right there is Brent Bernstein. Misses him.
Dillon, a junior college transfer.
Yeah, Dixie College.
Produced a few good football players. He had 1,800, almost 1,900 yards. 61-yard punt return to his credit in this ball game. We've had 2 big punt returns. 68-yarder for a touchdown by Janoski for the Huskies. 3 touchdowns for the Huskies in 4:47. And remember, prior to that, the Sun Devils had 28 points in just under 8 minutes. Redmond at the goal line. To the 10, to the 20, got a gap, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and stopped at the 43-yard line. 41-yard return by the freshman. Marcus Hairston with a tackle.
It's going to be fun to watch him in 4 years, Barry.
Yeah, he looks like the real deal.
41-yard return. Sun Devils first and 10. The Arizona State 42.
Sheds a couple of tackles. Nice return. Just what they needed. See if the offense now can put some points on the board.
Well, Redmond is going to be in at the tailback spot now for the first time tonight. Redmond and Polk line up behind Plummer. Slot left. Give it to Redmond. And Redmond gets to the 48-yard line.
J.R. Redmond is running hard right now. They need to just give him the ball as much as possible.
Fresh legs on a hot night. John Fiala again there to make the tackle. Boy, he's got to have 15 or 16, I would say.
2nd and 5 at the 47.
Slot left once again. 2nd down and 5. This is Redmond again. And Redmond stopped after a gain of about 2 this time. And again,
still not wanting to put the ball in the air, Barry.
The Sun Devils looking at a very crucial play here. The clock again is not yet a factor.
Tackle by Campbell. Third and 3 at the 49.
Great time for a play action pass if you've got the confidence in your offense. And if you don't have confidence in this offense, it's hard to find one that you would.
2 tight ends, single setback. Redmond gets the call. Redmond into the open at the 40, at the 30, and down at the 29-yard line. 22 yards for J.R. Redmond. I'll tell you what we're doing here, too. We're seeing the emergence of an awful lot of first-year players who are really getting a job done tonight.
Yeah, there are a bunch of them. Like I said, here it is. Like I said, need to put the ball in the air.
Yeah,
keep it on the ground. There it is.
Well, J.R. Redmond
just barely tackled up by Jermaine Smith.
Fingertip stop, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Barry. A lot of young players.
Brock Huard has emerged. Hayes has emerged. Redmond has emerged. Redmond this time, though, gets stuffed. Meets the kicker, looking for his opportunity. Now Roberts made the tackle.
2nd and 1 at the 30.
They've got a lot of confidence in these. He's in field goal range to be about a 47-yarder from here.
Plummer will go up this time. With time now. He'll just throw it for the end zone. Threw it right into traffic. Intercepted this time by Jermaine Smith. Now Smith coming the other way at the 20 and run out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And that was a pass. I have to say that was a freshman mistake by a senior.
Yeah, and he knows it. He knows it. That's one thing about Jake Plummer. He knows it when he makes a mistake.
11-yard return.
Rudiger is injured on the sideline.
All right. Makes a nice move right here. Gets out of the way of traffic, but that is an ill-advised throw.
He's looking for Poole, who was really covered.
It's a situation of Jake trying to make things happen. Feeling a lot of pressure, trying to turn the momentum of the game back around. Two minutes, 43 seconds left in this ball game.
The Huskies now with a real opportunity. Use the clock, put the points on the board, and get out of Dodge.
An ASU player walking off the field. They finally got him off.
Sheehy is the setback. Janoski comes in motion. Fewer the quarterback. Will go up. Quick screen for Sheehy. And nothing doing. Lost about 5. Sean Sueda turned the play in.
Yeah, great reaction by the ASU defense that time. The ASU defense is going to have to rise to the occasion now. Clock is running. In fact, they're going with a no-huddle offense. The young freshman is now calling the plays at the line of scrimmage.
And he looks very confident doing it.
Yes, he does.
Short drop. Hewitt airs it out. Caught by Hayes. And he's down at the 24-yard line. Good defense that time by the Sun Devils.
Tackled by Tillman.
Pat Tillman made the stop.
And line up on it again. Arizona State's trying to get their nickel defense on the field.
Third down and a long 8. And Hewitt's going to get the first down and more to the 39-yard line. What a play by the freshman Brock Hewitt. 14 yards.
He's doing it all, Barry.
He really is. And very poised.
14, first and 10.
Well, as we said, he's kind of born to the manner. You know, his dad's a high school coach of a very successful high school program. It's just a heads-up play. Draw play all the way.
Quarterback draw. Nice job of blocking up front. Gets a first down and gets down.
Short drop this time, and now he'll run. And he gets to about the 40, almost to the 45-yard line. And again, good recognition. 1:10 remaining. And Washington will use its second timeout. They have only one remaining. We'll take a break with the Huskies. 1:10 left in the ball game. 42 Huskies, 42 Sun Devils. We're coming back. Quarterback. Remember last year, the halfback pass. This time Hewitt to put it up. Throws. Intercepted. In and out of the hands of Jason Simmons, who might have been thinking where he was going before he thought what he was going with. Remember the halfback pass last year? Same game, September 2nd, 1995. Time running out.
This is how you take advantage of an aggressive free safety.
And it really, even though Jason Simmons was covering on that, Mitchell Friedman was the man who bit on the play fake.
Well, and this was, we just saw Brock Hewitt make the first mistake of the night, but he got away with it.
Hewitt throws this time in and out the hands of Pathon. That time Hewitt unloaded the ball before Pathon made his break, and Pathon still almost came down with it. Sauer defending.
Yeah, he could have held on to that, but the ball was thrown a little bit high. Still a catchable ball, though. Arizona State's going to get another shot at it. We may be in for our first overtime game of the year, Barry.
In our first game.
Get to see that new rule in effect.
That's right. Well, Redmond will be the deep man, and he's certainly been a factor. And don't you know, people are going to start kicking away from this young man pretty soon. Like now.
Yeah. Not a good time for that.
Very bad kick.
think you can credit that to J.R. Redmond. He was trying to angle that ball to the right corner, keep it away from Redmond, and he just shanked it off the side of his foot.
18 yards on the punt. Straight back Plummer with time. Now he runs out of time. Now he gets away and buys more time. And throws. Caught. Tough catch by Jackson. 20 yards. Clock continues to run. 45 seconds. Now it's stopped while they move the chains.
And I believe, is that Lindsey Jackson's first catch of the night? Second catch of the night.
Slot left. Redmond is the running back.
Taking a lot of time.
34 seconds, a lot of time. Plummer with all day, runs out of time, steps up. Now he throws. It's caught by Redmond at the 37-yard line. Now there's 23 seconds, and they got to take a timeout here. They need more than this. Burned a lot of time.
Yeah, they did. They need about 6 or 7 more yards, but they've still got 2 timeouts left. Still in good shape.
Plummer is a bit shaken up and is over on the sideline.
I think he's tired, Barry. He ran about 100 yards on that play. Yeah, he's just tired.
2nd and 5 at the 37.
Well, the pressure now falls on the offensive coaching staff of Arizona State. Dan Cozzetto scripted the first 20 plays, and they worked.
Bruce Snyder wants to be sure he's got 2 timeouts left. Defensive ends have got to stay outside on Jake Plummer. You can't let him around the outside.
There's his numbers. Not bad. Second down and 5, but clock at 22 seconds, and they need about 7 or 8 yards. Plummer straight back with time. Redmond makes the catch for a first down at the 27-yard line. It was Martin with the catch. And now they'll stop the clock again with 15 seconds left.
Good play call here, Barry. Excellent play call. A little delay to the back out of the backfield. Good safe throw. Here it comes.
Boy, Martin has been a
good
real
moves.
factor.
Yeah, Michael Martin's had a great game tonight. He's really been effective coming out of the backfield. Caught one ball for a touchdown early in the game. Washington to possibly blitz here, try to get a sack.
I look for a running play here. And they give it to Martin, and Martin will get it down to the 21-yard line with 10 seconds. Now 9, 8, 7, and they stop it. And it will be a 38-yard field goal to win the ball game. Robert Neitz, the junior, has it on his foot, not to mention his shoulder. Just a terrific ball game.
Oh, it's been
whatever
a great
way it
game.
goes.
It's been a great game, Barry. A lot has to happen here now. I mean, this is where you don't really realize all the work that goes into a simple thing like kicking a field goal. The snapper has to be right on the money. The protection has to hold up. The holder's got to get the ball down in good shape. And all that has to happen before Robert Neitz has a chance to do what he does.
Jake Plummer is the holder.
It's got to all happen in about 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds.
Let me mention one other thing. The long snapper had been Morales. He went out of the ballgame with a knee injury early.
You might see Steve. I think Steve Bush is also a long snapper. Is he snapping?
I think he will be snapping. Yes, he is snapping. for Neitz with 7 seconds left. And now 38-yard effort out of the hold of Plummer. 7 ticks left. Tied at 42. High snap. He got it down. It's on its way. It looks good. It is good. And I'll tell you what, better give a big assist to Plummer on that.
And he's the one that should have made the assist, because there isn't anybody on his field that's more relieved right now than Jake Plummer.
That's right. But a high snap, and Plummer got it down.
Yeah, made a nice catch, got the ball down, perfect hold.
Now we get a flag down.
Well, Washington's got 12 guys on the field. And I don't know why that's...
They only have 2 seconds to wait to celebrate. And they squib the kick. It is picked up by Kissel. And all he can do is fall on it, and the ball game is over. And a big win before the home folks and a sellout crowd in the first game of the season for the Sun Devils. Tough loss for that man. His team came back big time. Well, a terrific ball game. And the Sun Devils win it 45-42 on a 38-yard field goal with 2 seconds remaining. We're coming back to wrap it up.